Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome back to another Monday movie talk. I'm, as always, joined by my co-host Kenny.
Hi, everybody.
I've also got very special guest returning, Jodie,
Hello.
and we've also got another returning guest, Carlos.
I'm returning too much. I want paying.
It needs to be paid now, yeah. Right. Let's see who's in the comments. Good evening, Ollie, Kenny, and all. Glad to be watching the stream. Having missed a few. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah. Hello, Adam. Thanks for stopping by.
Adam always turns up.
Adam's a great guy. Spectre only loves you, Kenny.
Thanks, Spectre.
Oh, hello, Jim. Uncle Jim.
Uncle
Hi.
Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
The shadow appears.
Yeah. Hi, Sally.
Hi.
Oh. Judy's on that. You're my best behavior. You're never on your best behavior, Jim. Right, we'll go straight into our recent watches then. I'll start with you, Jodie, as your returning special guest. What have you been watching?
I've been off the last week, so I've been watching like a ridiculous amount of stuff. So I won't like elaborate on anything too much, but I made a list of everything that I watched. So I actually kind of made a point of like going into my collection and watching some DVDs that I've had for ages and I haven't watched yet. So I did a good job of that. So I watched The Courier with Benedict Cumberbatch. I watched a movie with your guy Liam Neeson with and Meryl Streep called Before and After. Have you seen that one? Ollie?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that one.
Was good. Yeah, that was it was a rewatch for me, but I don't remember. You know when you watch it and you're like, I had it logged, but I didn't remember watching it. But I really enjoyed it. I watched Lorenzo's Oil, which I didn't really like as much as I had hoped I would. But it's been on my watch list for a while. I watched Ben-Hur, which I absolutely loved. I thought it was fantastic. First time watch. I watched a like 2000s teen movie called Bandslam. If anyone's heard of that one, don't ask me why I watched that one, but I had a good time with it. And then I watched like a nostalgic movie from my childhood called Little Secrets with Evan Rachel Wood and Michael Angarano. It's a good movie. Then I watched one movie from Prime with Mary Steenburgen called Dead of Winter. It's from the late 80s, directed by Arthur Penn. That was really, really good. It's one I cannot get my hands on physical media, but it's a really good one. I need to try and get some kind of copy of it. Then I watched a early 2000s kind of teen movie with Katie Holmes called Abandon. That was rubbish. I watched.
Oh, I've got that. I got that, and I've actually put it in a pile to get rid of because I looked at it and I thought, why have I bought this? It looks shit.
No, don't even bother watching it. I've actually had it in my collection for like 10 years and I haven't watched it because there was something telling me not to watch it and I should have listened to that because it was bad. Then I watched a serial killer like biopic called Carla, and it has Laura Prepon from That 70s Show. That was okay. Wasn't too bad. Another Evan Rachel Wood movie with Uma Thurman. I watched The Life Before Her Eyes. That was a good watch actually. It's a really underrated drama movie about a school shooting. Really, really good. I watched a family drama with who was in it? Jessica Lange and Michelle Pfeiffer, 1,000 Acres.
I've heard of that before.
I've got it. I've not seen it though.
Yeah, it's like a modern take on King Lear. I've never seen King Lear or read it or anything, but the story was really, really good. Then I did a rewatch of Friends with Money with Jennifer Aniston. I did a rewatch of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which is one of my favorite thrillers. I love that. Yeah, so good. Then I watched one of my new Arrow editions, Loop Track. Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
the one that Ash recommended.
Yeah, I didn't really get on with it. I thought it was. I kind of enjoyed it for what it was, but it was not the movie that I was expecting in my head, and I think I was just a little bit taken aback by it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll go back to that one. It was a bit weird. Then I watched like a terrible horror movie with Wes Bentley and Christian Slater called Rites of Passage. Again, it was like the description said something totally different, and it was absolutely crap. Then I watched with Richard Burton, The Medusa Touch. That wasn't too bad. I watched sorry, I will get to the end of this at some point, I promise. I watched a 2000s teen comedy, I Love You, Beth Cooper, with Hayden Panettiere. That wasn't too bad either. And then I watched the one with Kevin Costner, Draft Day. Anyone seen that one?
Oh, I've seen that. Ivan Reitman.
Yeah.
That's a good film. Yeah.
I've seen that one.
I'm not into NFL at all, but that was actually very surprisingly very good.
It was his last film as well, Ivan Reitman. I don't think he did anything. I think he passed away before he did anything else, but good cast as well in that one.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how much I got on with it, because it didn't really go into too much about like actual football, but it was more about the actual draft. Yeah, so I did enjoy that one. And then today I watched Pieces of April with Katie Holmes. Again, that's another one. I've had that on DVD for so long, and I can't believe I hadn't watched it until today. Like, it was fantastic. Really, really loved it. And yeah, it was probably like my favorite watch of the week. And then I watched Rasputin, the Mad Monk.
I just got to quickly come out for 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I watched the Rasputin, the Mad Monk, and I was so bored by that movie. Then I watched Lake Placid, which I really enjoyed, and The Gallows was the last one I watched. I watched that, just finished watching that about half an hour ago. Yeah, so that's everything I watched. So that's a very abnormal amount of movies for me, but I was off this week, so I was getting through stuff.
That's even more than me. Even if I was off, I'd struggle to get that many, and I think I try, but I don't know if I
had a few days of like 4 or 5 movies, so
yeah,
that kind of helped me along. So but it's good. I made a good dent in some of my like unwatched DVDs, so
yeah,
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I find sometimes on the weekend I try and get like 4 to 5 films watched each day, because obviously that's the day where if I'm not doing anything on the weekend, I can just sit and just relax.
Yeah.
But in the week I'd be lucky sometimes I fall asleep after. I always put one film on and I'll get through one film, but then I'll make the mistake of putting another film on after that and falling asleep like half an hour into the film. So then I've got to go back to it the next day, and then I put another film on, and I only get certain way through that because I've still got to watch the rest of. Yeah, I think I should probably just stick to one film a night.
My sound is gone, I think. Can you hear, Kenny?
That's what happens when someone leaves. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? This is what happens when someone comes out.
This is what happens when somebody comes out, Jody. Yeah.
Okay. Because I can see Ollie's mouth moving, but I can't hear him talking. Sorry.
Yeah, I think. Hang on, let me see if I can go out and in again. No, because if I leave, then I'll probably end up ending the stream.
I didn't know if it was just me or not, but I can hear you perfectly, Kenny. I just can't hear.
Oh,
Ollie.
good.
It's just me. See if when Carlos comes back in, it works. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No.
Hang on.
I can hear you.
We're having some technical difficulties.
I can hear you.
Can we hear Carlos?
I can hear you.
Ollie?
No.
Okay.
We got to come out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can everyone?
I can't hear Carlos though.
You can't hear Carlos?
No.
Are you speaking?
It's because you went out. Whenever anyone goes out of the stream,
I'll come out.
Okay.
Yeah, see if it works. Can you still hear me, Judy?
Yeah, I have you now. You're just gonna have to like go back, rewind, and repeat what you were saying there because I didn't catch like most of the end of it.
It's just, yeah.
Sorry.
No, all I was saying is what happens when someone leaves the stream whilst we're still live. Then for some reason someone then can't hear someone else. I don't know what that
Oh,
is to
yeah,
do
that's
with,
weird.
but it's annoying. But the moment it's saying nobody's in, but
Can the audience hear? Can people watching hear everyone?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
because Jim has a thing that says have Jody duck out and come
I
back
can't hear Kenny now.
once.
This is
You
what
can't hear
happens.
me?
This is
Okay. Maybe
Okay.
I'll go out again. I'll come back in.
okay. See, this is the problem. Really, if people need to go out, we need to mute and turn our cameras off instead of going out. Because if we go out completely, then this is going to happen. But oh well, can't be helped.
Yeah,
'Cause
Jim says
Carlos
he can
is-
hear everything.
Oh God, Carlos
And
is
then
gone
it
now.
was just two.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us?
She can't
Jody,
hear
can you
either.
hear me?
She can't hear either of us now.
Can't hear you.
Oh no.
Bugger. Is it you, Kenny?
You want me to get out?
But no, because she can't hear. If she can't hear either of us, then it can't be either. It can't be both of us.
Okay.
I've already come out and gone back in again.
All right, then I will leave.
No, it's too late because Jody's gone now.
It's too late, baby. Now it's too late.
We'll just do the same as last week. Just chat to each other.
Yeah, really.
Can you hear us now?
Jody, can you hear
Yay.
me?
I can hear you. Yay.
Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully, when
Sorry.
Carlos comes back, he can hear everyone, and we can hear, and everyone can
Okay.
hear him.
Everyone just has to stay in the chat now.
Yes.
Yes,
We're
stay,
not,
just
I'm
stay.
not leaving.
Whilst
Very
we're
good.
waiting,
Donald, you have to go.
yeah. Whilst we're waiting for Carlos. Oh, I say that he's back now. Please, 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 please work.
Please, please.
Can everyone hear everybody?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Every-
we're good now, I think.
Can everybody
Yes.
hear everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes that happens when somebody comes
Yeah.
out of the stream.
When you go out,
because-
it went really weird then. You went out, and then Jody couldn't hear me. So I went
Yeah.
out and came back in. And then I think Kenny couldn't hear someone. Jody went out and came back in, and she couldn't hear either of us. So then she went out and came back in, and then she could hear both of us. And now we can all hear each other. So there you go.
There we go.
Sorted in the end.
Right.
Do you want to go next, Carlos?
I haven't really watched a lot. I finished off the Your Honor season 1, which had a great finale. That Bryan Cranston is such an underrated actor. I started season 2. Yes, just really carried on from that. I've been really going through my Miami Vice TV series, the hit series from the 80s. Obviously, there's the announcement of the new Miami Vice movie with Michael B. Jordan, which I'm not too sure that's going to, how that's going to fare. That's going to due release date for August next year. So I finished season 1 of that. Did watch the latest Spider-Man movie again, which I failed because it was so warm last night. The halfway stage, I was out for the count. And then I did do a watch along yesterday with me and Ollie. We watched Any Which Way You Can, which was a first time watch for Ollie. So yeah, mainly TV episodes this week.
Nice, nice.
Not as much as Jody. Jody's been knocking out the movies.
Doesn't Kenny on top? Kenny might get close. Kenny might get close.
If I watch those amount of movies like that, that would take me about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I applaud anybody who can get through to, let alone a movie a night. But I know Ollie sometimes tries 2 a night, and I'm like, where the hell gets the time for that?
Yeah, when I'm working, even if I do one a day is good going when I'm working. Sometimes I only get like a couple of a week maybe, and it's not as much as I'd like, but just things come up and you get busy. And
normally for me, movies in the week's a bit of a struggle. I don't want to bore you. If I have a gym session, then when I get back, then all I could really struggle with is a TV episode for about an hour, because I know anything over an hour I'm going to be like that. But movies tend to be days off from the gym or days off work or weekends, I try to knock as many movies out as I can, but it's difficult. But I applaud you guys for watching the amount of movies that you guys watch.
Yeah. And without further ado, Kenny, how many have you seen this week?
All right, I don't think I touched Jody, but I think I did pretty good. First one I watched was a real piece of garbage, as the kids say. The Gentleman Thief with John Travolta. When you know John Travolta's leading man is what the hell is this? A fat rapper, kid, DJ Khalid.
Oh yeah, DJ Khalid, yeah.
He's the second guy in this production, so you know this is going to be a piece of garbage, and it was.
Yeah.
The next one I watched, and I haven't seen this, so please don't kill me. I just watched it this week. Was Deadpool and Wolverine. I really liked it, so okay. I got through that one. Then Sean brought this up to me last week. It was called Mockbuster. I told Ollie about it. It's about a guy from Australia giving an opportunity to direct a movie from my favorite company, The Asylum. So it's on the channel that will not be named. It's on that channel right now, and I have very conflicting ideas about that because the people from The Asylum are total dickheads. They just basically give them they gave the kids 6 days to make a movie. They had no production, no sound, no sign, and the guy and they gave him an outline of a script that was 1 page long and said, "Here you go." So it's kind of interesting, but I came across I kind of like how stupid the Asylum movies are, but man, they are real bad people working there. It's basically, as the guy from The Asylum called it, it's basically a porn shop with no nudity. That's how they basically wrap it. So watch it, and I highly recommend it because I gave it 4 out of 5, but I came very conflicted because I like their stupid movies, but yet I hated how the poor guy was treated, you know? So that was pretty interesting. Then I had a rewatch of The Stranger, 1946 movie with Orson Welles and Edward G. Robinson. I enjoyed that. And then I watched, Jim had brought this up a couple weeks ago. I watched Megaforce with Barry Bostwick, a 1982 movie. I kind of liked it. I hadn't seen it for years upon years, but I actually kind of liked that. And then I forget who brought this up on their show. The movie is called Carney. It's a 1980 movie with Jodie Foster, Gary Busey, and Robbie Robertson. Robbie. That was fantastic. I thought that movie was really, really good.
Okay, I might watch that one. I've heard good things about it, actually.
Yeah, that's very good, Jodie. And then I went back to the Hammer horror. I think this is a Hammer horror. The Return of Dracula. I really enjoyed that one.
The second one.
Is it 1958? I'm not really sure if it's a Hammer or not, but I really enjoyed that. Texas brought up Carney. There you go.
Yeah.
Our friend Texas. I could not remember who brought it up. And then I felt like in the martial arts kind of thing, and I got into the Michael Dudikoff Cyberjack. It's not called Cyberjack. It's called it's like American Terrorists or something, but they kind of changed the title of that. That was just an okay one-time watch, you know. But if you feel like watching somebody beat the hell out of somebody and, you know, makes you feel good, watch that movie. And then I seen the new Spider-Man movie. I gave it 4.5. I thought it was really good. Really good.
Who stole the show in that movie?
Oh, my man, John Barenthal, the Punisher. I love every second of it.
Yeah, he was good.
I like when he's introduced, he goes, "I hate that kid," and then when he's ready to drop the F-bomb, a web comes over his mouth.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really cool. And the other one that I popped for really big was when Spider-Man's fighting the ninjas and they just like freeze in midair and he goes, "That's cool."
It's got some
I,
nice touches. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as that. I really enjoyed
I,
it.
I was really impressed by that. I really had fun with that one. And then I watched a rewatch of a movie that does not hold up now. Big Top Pee Wee, 1988 with Pee Wee Herman.
Oh,
As fun and fresh as the first one was, the second one is just terrible, just awful. So, and then I watched a kung fu movie on the Hi-Ya channel called the Butcher's Blade.
no.
So that was pretty good. Then I watched Abbott and Costello meet Captain Kidd. It was okay. Like if you're used to the Abbott and Costello movies and stuff and the shtick and stuff, it was cool. I just didn't care for it as much because I'm used to seeing Abbott and Costello in black and white, and this was colorized.
Yeah.
So I just didn't. It was good because I liked those guys and they were doing the same shtick that they always do. But it just this one kind of fell off for me. Yeah. And then I watched this one was very surprising. It's called The Joshua Tree with Dolph Lundgren. 1993 movie. Very good. I gave it 3 out of 5. I really liked that movie a lot. Then I watched another piece of garbage called Shaky Shivers.
What a title!
They're two young girls who find themselves like in this like deserted camp thing, and then all of a sudden like spells hit them, and it was just bad. Our friend Brian, the horror punk, had recommended that. Brian, it was bad. Speaking of bad,
you wasn't shivering in your underwear.
No, it was just bad. And the two leads were like very unlikable. And it was just like when you don't like the leads, you just kind of fall off on the movie. You know what I mean?
When that actually happens, Kenny, when I don't like the leads in the horror movies, that sometimes works for me because sometimes I actually want them to get killed.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I know some people it don't work. They got to be cheering on the hero to survive. For me, for years and years, I always hated Friday the 13th Part 5 because of the people in it. So the very first time I watched it, I wouldn't go near it. But then years later, when I watched it, I thought, you know what? The movie actually works better for me because the cast I absolutely hate. So when they get butchered and slayed, I'm absolutely cheering for Jason. So, sometimes, your sense of humor gets twisted on the way.
No, but you're right. In this movie, I wanted her to die like really quick.
I know it's bad to think that.
Oh man, it was like she was built like old Jonah Hill, but she didn't have like any kind of remorse, like about anything that was going on. Like even with her friends, when her friends passed away, it was just like, okay, moving on, So, and now I watched the ultimate piece of garbage, Rotor. It was basically I think it came out about the same time as RoboCop came out. A prototype crime fighting robot breaks free from a lab and is relentless in killing. Man, the acting in this is one step up above the Asylum. Not good at all. And then I fell into another bad movie, The Final Alliance with John Schneider. That's all you need to know. Bo Duke cannot act. And then my final movie of the week was, I thought it was actually pretty good. It was called Warriors of the Wasteland. And it was a cross between Mad Max and Star Wars. And these are all on Tubi, by the way, if you enjoy that. And what happened was I was like looking up for one certain title, and they gave me like, if you like this, you'll like this. So it was like, even though I hated them, I just went to the Final Alliance and then Warriors of the Wasteland. And then it's like they offered me up another one. And it was like, you know what? You're not getting me on that one. No way.
You've been done twice.
I've been done twice. So it was like, nope. I tapped out after that one. So that was the last one I watched.
Nice. Mixed stuff there, Kenny. Some mixed stuff.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's like, when you're on Tubi, it's like, if you're watching this, you might enjoy this one. So it's like,
Yeah.
I was trying to enjoy that one,
Yeah.
You are the advertisement for Tubi.
He is, yeah.
I watch every
Sponsors.
shitty movie that comes by, not a sponsor.
Yeah. Well, I watched a fair few things this week. I started off this week with a 1969 Western comedy called Support Your Local Sheriff with James Garner. Very funny, very good story. I love Jackie Lamb. Just his face, just what he can do with his face. It's just so funny. And I just loved at the end where he's narrating and he's telling everyone. And then I became the sheriff when he left town, and they never got to Australia. And I thought it was really, really funny, like a really good Western comedy. Like, yeah, just the fact that the family for the whole film just trying to break Bruce Dern out of the prison, and that the prison at the start don't even have any rails in it. Oh, it's great. I thought it was really good. I want to watch the sequel. Well, I think it's the same same actors playing different characters. I think
it's just as fun.
But I'll try and track that down and give that a watch. That was free on YouTube, by the way. May I add? So, and then I watched another film free on YouTube from 1958 called Separate Tables, which I believe won David Niven his Oscar. He plays like this ex-colonel that's involved in some sort of a scandal that's revealed fairly quickly into the film. But it's more of a character piece. You got like Burt Lancaster, I think is it Rita Hayworth, I think, as well, and Deborah Kerr. Even whatchamacallit from the Time Machine pops up in a small role. I can't remember his name. If you've seen the Time Machine, you'll know what I'm talking about. The main guy in the Time Machine. Yeah, it was a decent film. I mean, as a character study film, it was good. It's not one you would go back and watch again because it is like one of those interesting films, but it's a one and done. There's nothing in there that would make you want to go back and rewatch a film like that, but it was good for what it was.
It's available on Tubi.
There you go. And on YouTube. The next one I'm going to skip because it's going to be part of my comedies if I get to it. I then watched from 1951 A Place in the Sun with Montgomery Clift and I think it's Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there was a Whatnot show competing at the same time as I had that on, so I wasn't really paying much attention because I didn't want to miss out on anything on Whatnot.
I'm so sorry I got you into that.
Yeah, I know. I have to go on a break now for this weekend because I need money to spend this weekend. I can't be like last time. But it was what I saw of it was good. But it's one I need to rewatch because I was like the middle of the film, it was completely lost on me. Like I was in the first sort of 30 minutes. And then I didn't really pick back up onto it until like the ending bit, and I was like, "What?" Like I definitely missed some bits, so I need to go back and watch that again. I then watched a Kenny special called
Not from Tubi.
No, it's a Disney film actually. It's called Tuck Everlasting. It's a 2002 sort of fantasy film. It's got the girl from Gilmore Girls in it. Her name escapes me because I've never seen Gilmore Girls.
Alexa Bazell.
That one yet. But what drew me was the supporting cast playing. Basically, it's all around this family. I think they're called the Tucks, and the heads of the family are played by Sissy Spacek and William Hurt, which is what grabbed me. And then you've also got Ben Kingsley in this role as well. But for a Disney film, it's quite it gets quite dark towards the end. Like there's something that happens, you're like, really, it's like a proper Disney film, and it was only a PG, but there's something that happens, and you're like, oh wow. Like, but it was a good fantasy film. Basically, they're immortals. They drink out of the stump of this tree, and they can't age. And one of the sons meets this girl, and they fall in love, that sort of thing. But it was quite good, the story. I like the fantasy twist on it. Then watched one that made Carlos happy. I watched The Searchers for the first time. And
What did you think of it, Ollie?
very good. Yeah, very good. Not my favorite John Wayne film.
No,
I think
not mine.
my favorite that I've seen so far is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Yeah. It's beautifully shot though.
Oh, it's so. I was saying when I was watching it, I don't know how true it is, but in the film The Fabelmans, which is also semi-autobiographical about Steven Spielberg, how he became a filmmaker, there's a scene, I think it might even be the last scene of the film, where he gets a chance to meet John Ford, who's played by David Lynch in the film. And he says something that I just found really interesting, and it's just such a great line in a film. It's something along the lines of, when the sun sets at the top of the camera, at the top of the screen, it's boring. When the sun sets at the bottom of the screen, it's boring. When the sun sets in the middle, it's perfect, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But it's that film is just, like you say, just looks beautiful,
stunning,
and it's a really good sort of. Because I didn't really know what it was about going into, but it is a really good sort of like revenge, sort of, in a way, Western. So yeah, I enjoyed that one. Another one free to watch on YouTube from 1993, Amos and Andrew, with Nicolas Cage and Samuel L. Jackson. It was fun. It was a fun film. It's like a early 90s MGM film. Basically, Samuel L. Jackson plays this Pulitzer Prize winning writer that moves basically he's just bought a house on this like small island, and it's basically these nosy neighbors. One's played by Michael Lerner, who was also in Elf. He's one of the executives in Elf. Him and his wife basically see Samuel L. Jackson in the house, and they're clearly racist. And he's like, there's a black man in the so-and-so's house. So they call the police, and the police, basically, it just gets ridiculous from there. And it gets way out of control. You've got, Dabney Coleman plays the chief of police. You've got Brad Dourif, who plays just like an idiot cop. He's just such an idiot. It's just got a really good supporting cast, and it's just you got Giancarlo Esposito, who comes over from New York, and he's basically obviously the head of this church group, but he's like he's just like so stupid, because he's like comes with like loads of people, and he's like, praise the Lord, we will save him. And it's just like, it gets really stupid, but Nick Cage basically gets the frame for it. He's like a criminal, he's been arrested, and the police basically say, go in, do this, and you can go. But then he gets caught up in it, and he's like, I just thought it was funny. It was quite funny. I did enjoy it. I then watched a really good Stephen King adaptation that was actually a TV movie from 1991. It's called Sometimes They Come Back. It's got Tim Matheson. He's the lead. And basically it follows this guy who moves with his son and his wife back to the town he grew up in. Basically his older brother was basically killed by this gang of teenagers back when he was a kid. So he's got bad memories of the town. And as the film goes along, these kids, because he's a teacher, these kids in the class that he teaches are starting to get killed. And he soon realizes that it's linked to before. It's like sort of a ghost story sort of thing, but it's got a real emotional hit to it, especially that end. So I'd recommend that. That's good. And again, that's free to stream on YouTube. I don't know in America.
I think I might have seen it on Prime, actually. I kind of flicked past it. It kind of kind of intrigued me. So yeah, I might watch that one actually.
Yeah, it's worth watching, definitely.
We've got Ollie advertising YouTube. We've got Kenny advertising Tubi. What's going on?
I found out last week. I just found out there's like loads of it's a lot of older MGM titles, but there's loads that are like free on YouTube to watch. Like Mr. Mum's on there, Back to School, like loads of like 80s and 90s Men at Work. There's loads. Fletch, I think's on there. Just free to stream.
I mean, normally what I do, Ollie, I think I told you yesterday, is normally if there's a movie, well, I told you certain movies they've got to be over a certain age, then they go in domain, then they got.
Yes.
You can watch them free, like the Hammer movies. I watched the first sort of bulk of the horror ones from the late 50s to the 60s onwards. What I tend to do, if there's a movie I sort of think, well, I might not want to pick that one up. I'll see if it's online. I'll just go Wikipedia, tap the name of the movie, see the running time, go back to Google, put the name of the movie, say like High Society, the year, full movie. If the video or the upload comes up, matches the running time, then I know it's the full movie. And sometimes they're like certain sort of online sites, sometimes they can be on YouTube. So it's a thing I've been using more so the last year, rather than just going online and buying everything on Blu-ray or DVD. You don't have to own everything. There is options out there.
Yeah. Next up, I watched a really funny film. I know Kenny's going to be a fan of this one. From 1987, Throw Mama from the Train.
Oh, what a film.
Great movie.
Very funny.
Was that a first time watch?
Yeah.
Wow.
Very, very funny film. Anne Ramsey she was in what we watched yesterday, and she was funny in that as well. She's just got such a presence on screen, just her look, like her chin, because her chin's just so big.
She's so brute, isn't she? I mean, like when she says to Danny DeVito, Owen doesn't have any friends, he's freaking, he's stupid.
She's just hilarious in it. Just the whole it was just really funny. I think the dynamic between Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal as well is just brilliant. I don't know why they never did another film together, because they are brilliant. But that was really good. The next one I'm saving because it's another one of my underrated comedies. I then watched a lovely film from 2014 directed by the late Rob Reiner called And So It Goes, also starring the late Diane Keaton, and you've also got Michael Douglas in there.
Yep.
And brilliant film, really beautiful film as well. Really heartwarming, yet also very funny. Basically, Michael Douglas plays this, like, I suppose, real estate agent, and he's a bit of a dick. It actually, parts of it reminded me of a man called Otto, because the start of the film, everybody hates him. Like his whole neighbors, because he lives in this like apartment complex, and all of his neighbors hate him because he's just so miserable and horrible. And then basically his granddaughter's forced, basically his son's got to go to prison, so he's got to look after his granddaughter who he's never met before. And to start with, he just sort of offloads her to Diane Keaton's character, who's literally his next door neighbor, because she doesn't work. And as the film goes along, they also start he sort of comes out of his shell through his granddaughter and becomes like a better person. And he also obviously falls in love with Diane Keaton's character. And I just thought it was a very, very lovely film. Rob Reiner's got a small role in the film as well. But actually also had a very small role, like a one-scene role for Frankie Valli. Yes, that Frankie Valli. I thought that was a bit random, but yeah, I really liked it.
Grease?
No, he was I think he was the owner of like this club or something, and she was auditioning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I then watched a pretty shit film, which I had seen before, and I remember liking more the first time I'd watched it. Jodie's gone. Oh no, we're gonna have problems with sound again now, aren't we? Can everyone hear me?
No, yeah, we're good.
I can hear you.
Okay. Let's hope Jodie can hear Can you hear Jodie?
I can hear. Sorry about that.
No.
I watched a Nick Cage film from 2015, rewatched, called The Runner.
can
which
hear you.
is
I'm not
Oh,
sure if
dear.
Jodie is Jodie. Can she speak?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No.
it's
Maybe.
I
very
can hear you.
it's very delayed. I can't hear Kenny.
I can hear. I can hear everybody.
That
Kenny's
was my
really
fault
delayed
because
for me now.
Oh, really? I'm
See, see oh,
I'm
now
good.
Kenny's gone. Oh no. Can
Jodie,
everyone hear
Ollie,
me?
I think I might need to come out.
I can't hear Carlos.
How are we now?
I can't. Can you hear me?
I'm going to come out.
It's fun. Can you hear me, Judy?
yes, I can. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. My phone rang
So,
and then that knocks me out.
Kenny, can you
so
hear us?
I can hear you.
Can you hear Judy?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
I heard. Yep, I heard you.
So we're just waiting on Carlos now because Carlos went out as well. Although he's technically still there, apparently. God, technical issues never
Yeah.
go smoothly. Yeah, the runner is basically Nick Cage plays this like congressman who's embroiled in this scandal, and it's all to do when the Deepwater Horizon stuff's going on.
Uh-huh.
So like, there's obviously big stuff going on that what he's got to deal with, and he's basically had an affair with this much younger woman. So they're trying to basically get him out of whatever they call it, government.
Mhm.
And it's him trying to fight to sort of prove that he's a good person, really. And Peter Fonda plays his dad in the film. It's got one of Kenny's favorite girls, Sarah Paulson, in, who I think she's one of his like aides, but
Yeah, I
again,
think
he starts to have an affair with her as well halfway through the film. So I just felt bad for Connie Nielsen because she like beautiful Connie Nielsen, and Nick Cage is just going around sleeping with every other woman he can get. So yeah, it was just one of those films, like you can kind of tell it feels like sort of more direct to video. Like, whilst the performances are good, the story's quite weak. So yeah, I won't go back to that one again. I then watched the film. I thought it was Irish to start with. Maybe that was just because Brendan Gleeson was in it.
Mhm.
And when the film came on, everybody sounded Irish. And then as the film went on, I was like, this isn't set in Ireland. And it turns out it's set in French Canada. And Brendan Gleeson's just doing an awful Canadian accent.
Oh.
Just sounds like his normal voice.
How are we now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you, Carlos.
It just happens when somebody comes out, it kind of upsets
Yeah.
the old.
I think you're right. Yeah. But The Grand Seduction, basically the film I would liken it to, if anyone's seen, is Local Hero, the Bill Forsyth film. It's very similar to that. It's basically this very small, I think it's an island, somewhere in Canada, and the whole town basically is dying. Basically, there's no jobs in the town. They're struggling for money, but they have an opportunity to open this massive factory. But the only condition that they will only open the factory if they have a doctor in the town, and the town hasn't had a doctor for over 30 years. So they've got to try and find a doctor, and they find it in the form of Taylor Kitsch. So basically, the whole film is everyone on the island doing whatever they can to try and get him to stay. And there's some quite funny things that happen throughout the film. But like the whole film just really reminded me of Local Hero, and just that really real like sort of feel good vibe. Because I think that's just a perfect feel good film. I absolutely love Local Hero. Just a great film. But yeah, I enjoyed that one. I then had a cinema trip. It was me, and there was 3 other people in the cinema as well. I saw Super Troopers 3, which I think is, what's the subtitle for Super Troopers 3? It's the wedding or something. Oh, Father's Wedding is the subtitle. And all I'll say is, if you enjoyed the first Super Troopers films, the first 2, you'll like this one. It's the same stuff. some of it works for people, some of it doesn't. I find it funny. I like those sorts of films, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Brian Cox, always good showing up because he's just miserable as hell. And apparently, I read that apparently he stayed in character, like out when they weren't filming, and just started snapping at people, and they found that quite funny. But the funny thing about that is because I think we mentioned before, Brian Cox hates method actors. He hates method acting, which he's a weird guy. He hates a lot of things. But it is a fun film. I really enjoyed Super Troopers 3. Good cinema watch. I then had a watch along, as Carlos mentioned, with Carlos of Any Which Way You Can, which is the first time watched me, and I really enjoyed that. Been a long time since I'd seen the first one, so it's difficult to compare the two because I think I'd need to watch them quite more closer together. But it's a lot of fun. Even though obviously it came out in 1980, it still feels like a 70s film. And it's just really just Clint's like character, Fido, like his relationship with Clyde is just like, it's gold. It is gold. And then you've got Ruth Gordon as the mum, and she goes after them and she takes the tow truck, and by the end it's just a pair of wheels.
She kind of steals the show a little bit.
She does.
I think.
Yeah, she does. She's great. And then she gets Carlos was sat there because there's a scene at a motel. He's like, they're all bloody getting horny.
The old
I'm not kidding you. Every single character just gets horny, and it's just ridiculous. You got Anne Ramsey and her husband who are they just scene stealing, like they're just, and he's like not made love to her in like years, and he can hear them next door, and it's Clyde and a girlfriend from the zoo, and they can hear him banging on the wall, and it turns him on, and then she's like, "Oh," and it's just so funny. And then you got the mob coming after them at the same time. Oh, it's and it's got a great fight scene at the end as well. But yeah, I really like that. It was really funny, I thought. I then watched for the first time Get Shorty with John Travolta and Danny DeVito and all, Gene Hackman, all that. Yeah, it was decent. I think I've seen like the first season because they did a show which I think lasted for 2 or 3 seasons. I think that was Chris O'Dowd and someone else. I can't remember who the other name was. It's a big American name. I can't remember who it was. Ray Romano. I was going to say that just came into my head. Ray Romano, yeah. And I've watched the first season and I like that. But this felt sort of different, but it's still good. Like John Travolta was good. Gene Hackman's sleazy in it. Like really good stuff. Really did enjoy that. Dennis Farina as well. Well, I always love when he pops up and stuff. Yeah. Then I just felt like like watching like a comfort watch of a film that I know that I love. So I stuck Raiders on because I've not seen that for a few years, and I thought it's summer, perfect time to watch Raiders. And it's a 5-star film, 5 out of 5. Like one of the best adventure films ever made. Yes, I slightly prefer the Last Crusade, but only ever so slightly. But I think I'm gonna watch all 3 films in the Indiana Jones franchise. So yes, there's only 3 films. So
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, it should have ended there after the third one. That was a perfect finale.
I don't mind the 4th one, but it's not as good as the others. I can watch it, but I'd rather just watch the first 3 and leave it at that.
Yeah. I always teased my mom. I said, I'm going to name the kid Indiana when I have a kid.
Our next door neighbor's daughter's called Indiana.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And she goes, over my dead body.
Nice. Well, I saved the last film I watched for my underrated comedies because I've watched a few this week to talk about. But we'll go to some comments now before we move on to our next topic. What is your choice of drink when you go to see a movie in the theatre? Peach iced tea, if I have a drink. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
It's usually Sprite for me.
Nice. Carlos, do you ever take a drink?
Sometimes a cup of tea or just bottled water.
Yeah.
They have tea in theaters there?
Yeah, and coffee.
What?
Yeah. Shut up.
I if I go on a Saturday or a Sunday morning and it's dead, I'll get a latte because it's just like it's just got to be done.
Oh, my cinema
Wow.
doesn't do coffee and tea.
Ours is like a proper like coffee machine. The one I go to, like a proper like barista coffee machine. They make it like the milk and the froth, and it's nice. They do alcohol in my cinema as well.
Oh,
Oh,
Not that I drink.
can do,
Something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
You
Jodie'd be up for that.
You stick out your
definitely.
pinky finger when you're drinking it too.
Pinky.
Oh no, I
Do you
can't
think
hear
Carl-
Kenny again now. I need to pop out and pop back in again.
Do you think Kenny?
All right.
Kenny
Yeah.
is. I can see his lips moving, but I can't hear him. I'll be back in a second.
Oh,
Okay.
darn it. Yeah, we
I can hear
don't
Kenny.
have we don't have that at our theater. You either get like soda or
How
water.
are you, Ollie?
You can't hear me
I
either.
can't hear. I
Ah,
have to pop out.
hey, we're having a popping, cracking session right here this week, aren't we?
Can you hear me?
Ollie? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear
I can.
us?
Yes, I can.
Success.
Carlos is gone because he couldn't hear Kenny. Gosh,
I don't know what's going on.
technology is shit. I blame the weather. I
Like,
blame
it's
the weather.
2026. Like, can they not sort out their streaming platform?
I know.
Good golly.
Wonderful to see you, Judy and Carlos as well. The other two, man. Oh, thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Stinking loser.
Yeah. Sai says, I went to the Ice Cream Man on Friday. Wow, what a pile of turd that was. Easily the worst film of the year so far and one of the worst ever. I hated it. Well, I'm kind of glad you said that because Carlos was talking about going to see that on the meetup. And I was like, I'm not going to see that. That is not my type of film. I hate Eli Roth as a director. If you want to go and see that, you go and see that. But I'm not. I think now with those reviews, I don't think anyone's going to go and bother watching that. Because, yeah, I've only heard absolutely terrible things. Not just that the film's bad, but I've heard that it's actually quite offensive. I think there's like a line about a 12-year-old girl and an eating disorder.
Oh wow.
That Eli Roth says. So, and apparently he's going to a party with all these teenagers, and Eli Roth, who plays the dad, says, I'll come with you, son. But like in a really like creepy way. And it's just like, I just don't like Eli Roth. I just think he's a bit of a scumbag, to be honest. Carlos is here.
I never heard
Yeah.
anything about that movie like coming out, so haven't seen it like
Yeah.
in any advertisements or anything for it.
I'm not interested. It looks too. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Yeah, I was saying, Carlos, I don't think we will be seeing that
Can
on
you
this
hear
weekend
everyone?
now.
What's that? What movie is that?
Ice Cream Man, because of how
Ice Cream
bad
Man?
the reviews are. Not that I would have gone with you guys, and I'd have just sat in my hotel room. But
Ollie, are you taking the piss now, or
no,
I can't hear you now?
fuck's
Oh
sake.
wow.
Should I just go and let you guys do the stream?
Oh no, we're having major issues. I think when one person comes out and goes in,
Trying to find. Hello.
yeah, I
Jody,
can
can
hear
you
you.
hear us?
Yeah, I thought you were messing with me there, and you were like pretending
No,
to mute
I was
your
talking
mouth and not say anything.
No, I was talking away there.
Okay, I can hear everyone.
All right,
good.
cool.
Jim says, Jodie, the movie room looks great.
Oh, thank you. I love it in here. It's like my little haven.
Yeah, you did a hell of a job in there, Jody. That
Oh,
was.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Did you get the blackout curtains? Yeah.
Not yet. We have someone coming to do blinds in about 2 weeks. So
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Couple things said this night. And then it's just Jim pretty much just chatting shit to Roy
Yeah,
for 20
basically.
minutes. Literally, I think it is just Jim in the comments. Oh, and then Jim goes, someone important. Alan. Hello, Alan.
Alan. Hi, Alan.
Mr. Meggs.
Whacked out a bit on meds, but tuning on to what will be a terrific stream. I'm sure. Nice to see you, Jodie. When there's not
hey,
technical problems. Yes. Thanks for joining,
Yeah.
Alan.
Cheers, Alan.
I enjoyed Super Troopers 2. I can't wait for part 4. See, when that came up at the end, I'm not sure whether that was just a piss take or if that's like legit. They are actually doing a 4th one. Because to start with, I'm like, oh, it's just a piss take, and I'm like, but it is something that they probably would do, like announce a 4th film at the end of the 3rd one, even though it took how many years? It took like 7, 8 years between this one, and it was like pretty much 20 years between the 1st and the 2nd one. So
we are talking about Super Troopers, the sci-fi movie with Denise Lewis.
No.
What?
No.
Denise Lewis?
It's a cop one, isn't it?
Oh no, okay. Super Troopers. I was thinking.
Yeah. Super Troopers with
You're
the
thinking of Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers. My mistake.
Oh, there you
I
go.
was about to say, because when you said a 3rd movie, I was thinking they haven't made a 2nd. I didn't even know they made a 2nd music.
No,
Yeah.
they have made 4 of them.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah. Shit sequels.
Wow.
Yeah, I just looked it up on my Google. The budget for them, because I didn't think those movies cost a lot of money. They're only 13. They only cost about 10 to 13 million dollars to make, and it already grossed over 30 million this weekend.
What, Super Troopers? Yeah.
Yeah. Worldwide, it says it's grossed over $30 million worldwide.
I just love that whole group. I would love to see a 4th one. I'd love them to just keep making Super Troopers films because they're just a fun time at the cinema. They're just such fun films.
I've never seen one of the film. Are they like Police Academy movies? Come on in. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Hi, Mr. Justice. How are you?
Pretty good. You got 2 boxes.
All right.
No letters.
No letters. I'll take that. That means no bills.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what my mom always said. Yeah. So cool. Thanks, Mr. Justice. I appreciate it.
You Urban Strauss, didn't you?
Yeah.
He passed away this morning.
Yeah, I read that. Pastor Corbin, messaged me about that. Well, he messaged everybody from the church.
He was the only other member of Judah, so that leaves me.
Last man standing.
Yeah, I didn't wonder what to do.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
25 to 30 years with Judah around the church.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah. You didn't know Denny Lewis. He was a plumber.
No, I didn't know him.
One of the other members of the group.
Oh, okay.
And Arch McClellan was the 4th one.
Oh.
He moved to up in Lancaster area.
Oh, nice.
He's still up there.
Very nice.
Up near what's the railroad? The
Pennsylvania Railroad? I was thinking of monopoly things right now. When you're saying like B&O Railroad, because there was a B&O Railroad before.
There's a small tourist railroad up there.
Oh, okay.
The University of Pennsylvania Museum.
Oh, okay.
Well, not University, Pennsylvania Railroad Museum.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. My friend goes up there.
Okay, well, the tourist railroad right across there.
That's cool.
He's in that area.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, have a good day.
You too. Take care, Mr. Justice. Thank you.
This was your trash, right?
Yeah, that was my trash. Yeah. That you just met my landlord,
Mr. Justice.
Mr. Justice. Nice,
Mr. Justice.
nice man. Since I've had the boot on, he's brought in my mail and taken out my trash for me.
Oh, that's kind.
Plus, he goes to our church too.
What a name, Mr. Justice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Great dude. Air Force guy, like military guy. So yeah, very nice man.
Shout out to Mr. Justice.
I
Yeah.
agree. Very nice man.
But yeah,
he loves mowing his lawn too. He's got one of those tractor. He's got his like beach hat on there, and like every other week he mows his lawn. Just makes it just cracks me up. He's sitting there. He's got his like his wife bought him a koozie. Okay, a John Deere koozie. So he's out there like squirting water out of the koozie and stuff like that. It's just very fun. Goose
Not
has like
only
a
is
water bottle.
he's also the lawnmower man.
Yeah, the lawn. Yeah, I didn't even think about that because it's like I was making dinner on Friday night, and all I hear is because he's like at 6 o'clock at night. He's out there with his son beach hat and stuff like that. Cracks me up.
Yeah, I could see. I was saying I could see if they just kept making Super Troopers films, that'd be a lot of fun because they're such fun films. But you gotta watch them, Kenny.
I will. I mean, my friend thinks they're like hysterical because he was a trooper, so he thought there was a lot of in jokes on that.
I had to import because the second one isn't available on Blu-ray over here, but there's like a double pack of the first two on Blu-ray over there in America. So I've imported that. I'm guessing we probably won't get a Blu-ray release of the third one over here. So again, I'm probably going to have to try and import that as well. But they're well worth watching. They're a fun time. Alan says, from what I can gather, Kenny is sponsored by Tubi, Ollie by YouTube, Jodie, I guess, by IKEA with a new movie room.
Yeah.
I wish.
And Carlos by Regain, maybe?
Rogaine.
Adidas tonight. Alan sponsored by Guinness.
Yes. Or Hammer.
Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't want to pop out because I didn't want any problems with.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah.
That's
cool.
why I kept everything on.
Yeah. Giz is here. Hello, Giz.
Hey,
Hi,
guys.
Hey, Giz.
We've also got Slipknot fan here. Hello, Slipknot fan.
Oh, that's Slipknot.
Sai says there's a Costa Coffee in my local Odeon, and the Tyneside Cinema has 2 coffee shops.
Yeah,
That's
we got
crazy.
one.
Nice. Matthew's here. Hello, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
Hi there, Matthew.
Giz says, I'm watching season 1 of Fargo. Martin Freeman's attempt at an American accent is pretty good. Yeah, I love the film, the original film. And I started watching the first season, and I think I only ever watched the first 2 episodes. And then I watched like half of the one with John Hamm, which I think was the last one they did. But it's pretty good series, and I like Martin Freeman. Billy Bob Thornton's in the first season as well. Pretty good series, pretty good sort of rehash of the film. Ollie, did you ever watch Tacoma FD, the TV show by Broken Lizard? No, because I don't know if it ever actually came over here, and if it did, I don't know where it is available to watch. But I'd quite like to watch that because that's got quite a few of them. I think it went for 3 seasons as well. So if I can find that, I probably will give that a watch. No, Kenny just didn't want to go out. That's why he wasn't on mute. Is Mr. Justice's full name Buford T. Justice?
No.
Is that Smokey and the Bandit?
No, that's that is Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. Adam says, I agree with you about Eli Roth, Ollie. I liked Hostel and Cabin Fever, but these are his only original ideas. Ice Cream Man is a rip-off of an 80s film. Green Inferno rips off Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah, he's just not... He doesn't seem like a nice guy. He seems like a bit of a jerk. And the films he makes are pretty much just trash films. So yeah, the only film I enjoyed that he did, but again, I don't know how much he was involved in the creative process, was The House with the Clock in Its Walls, which I thought was like quite a nice family film. But not had any interest. Like Thanksgiving's not interested me either. Yeah, he says
that's a good one. I enjoyed that.
Thanksgiving's very good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
We got Mazza here. Hello.
Hi.
Mazza.
Oh, I mean, buddy Maz.
Right. We will get on to our next topic before we get into our main topic, which is Kenny's favorite topic, our physical media recommendations of the week.
Oh, okay.
Jodie, do you want to go first?
I only have just 2, just that I kind of grabbed. One is it's one I just picked up this week, and it's a movie I have seen and I really, really like, and it's kind of an underrated, it's an underrated comedy and romance movie, and it's called, this is a German import, but it's called Barefoot. I don't know, has anyone seen this one with Evan Rachel
I've
Wood
heard
and
of it.
Scott Speedman?
Yeah.
Who's in that, Jodie?
Evan Rachel Wood and Scott Speedman.
Okay.
Ooh, I like her. I like
Yeah.
Evan Rachel Wood.
Yeah, I like her as an actress as well. So,
The
yeah.
Australian actress Rachel Ward.
No, Evan Rachel Wood. She's in 13.
Okay,
And
sorry.
yeah. So yeah, this is a really nice. It's been ages since I've seen it, so like I can't remember the kind of full story, but I just remember really enjoying it. It's like a really sweet comedy romance, and yeah, just a really, really fun time. I'm looking forward to going back to this one. And just one I don't think you can get on. I don't think it's available in the UK, so that's why I grabbed the German import.
German.
And then just when I was kind of watching a few of her movies this week as well, so it just reminded me of another film from her that I really like that I kind of don't hear that many people talking about, and it's this one with Ed Norton called Down in the Valley.
I saw that not that long ago, but again, I
Mm.
thought it was like a one-time watch kind of film for me.
Okay.
It's quite hard to watch film at times because of the
Yeah.
subject matter, but it was all right. I thought I thought he was really good in the film though.
Yeah. This is kind of like, I don't know, this is just my kind of movie. It's like just a real kind of gritty, kind of slice of life, dark, kind of true life drama. You know, kind of something that feels very real, very dark, kind of interesting characters, complicated characters. Basically about this cowboy played by Edward Norton who kind of meets this young innocent girl. Well, you know, she's kind of like this. She's kind of, you know, one of these kind of teenage girls that kind of thinks she knows everything and thinks she's kind of, you know, I guess she's a little bit more arrogant. But when it actually, at the back of it, she is just still a very innocent teenage girl. And they kind of form this relationship, and it gets very, very like intense. And yeah, things kind of just go off the rails. And but yeah, I just like it. It just like, it's very, like I said, very kind of gritty, very I don't know, just very kind of, it just kind of has like a very real kind of feel to it. I like those kind of movies, and I like the performances in it as well. I think it's just a movie that's really up my street, and if you like Ed Norton as well, it's a really good performance from him. So one I would recommend to check out. So yeah.
David Morse is excellent in that as well. I always like David Morse.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, because
very good.
At the start of the film, I thought you sort of thinking he's sort of like the antagonist of the film.
Yeah.
And he's the bad guy, and then you get to a certain point in the film, and you're like, oh, okay, this is where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did like that one. Yeah, but yeah, I think I have still got it at the moment, so maybe I will keep it and give it another watch at the time. But I thought it is quite a difficult watch as well, but it's good.
Yeah. I think Evan Rachel Wood, I really like her as an actress. I think she just plays vulnerable really well, and she is absolutely beautiful to watch, you know. And you can kind of I can believe this kind of romance, and this kind of like, you know, when two people kind of meet and they're like obsessed with each other. Like, I can totally believe that from both characters, and you know, I just totally believe the performances and the characters. So it's kind of one that always kind of sticks with me. So
nice.
Yeah,
very nice. Carlos, if you got any to hand you want to show
off? I haven't really picked up much, but this did come through the other day because I know I'm going to be sending Screen Factory Blu-ray to Kenny. I picked up the 4K Kino Lorber release, first time on 4K of 10 to Midnight, starring Charles Bronson, who goes after a vicious serial killer who's killing off women. It's not one of Bronson's best ones, but it's 100 minutes long. It's an easy watch for me. So yeah, I haven't checked out the picture, but yeah, I mean, one of the rare occasions that Kino does do alternative artwork.
That's nice.
So Kino a little bit tight on sort of giving alternative artwork and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a quite a violent action movie that he did in the early 80s.
Nice, very nice. Kenny, what have you got this week?
All right, I got three good. I think I got three good ones this week. The first one is Mel Gibson's Apocalypto.
What a film!
This is a hell of a movie right here. So if you guys haven't checked it out, really, really well done movie. And it's a shame. I think it should have been nominated for an Academy Award, but with everything with Mel Gibson, you know how they are. Next one up is another interesting movie.
That's a good one.
Stranger Than Fiction. This is really a good film. And I think, I know the tagline is Will Ferrell's best performance. I think this is, other than Elf, I think this is his best performance.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
And the last one, you have to have a little time for it, but John Adams with Paul Giamatti, really, really good. This was an HBO series. I think it's like 6 hours long, but I just picked it up on the Whatnot. I got this for $0.25.
You pulled the trigger on it.
I pulled the trigger, Jody. It was hard to do, but this one's pretty cool.
I'll never forget that, Kenny. Were you on that stream, Jody, when Kenny went off about the 25 cent thing?
Or maybe I wasn't on it, but I think I was listening to the stream and he was just going like crazy.
There's this one. I'm telling you, Jody, the one guy, he was like Patrick. He's a very nice guy, one of my friends. But he was like, he goes to the library and gets.
Oh, it was him. It was Patrick that did it.
It was Patrick.
Oh,
and
I
he
didn't
was
know
like,
that.
oh yeah, it was Patrick. If you watch his things, and he gets them from the library for $0.25, and he goes, "Oh, I finally pulled the trigger," and I'm like sitting on my computer watching this, and I'm like, "It was $0.25. How the hell?" Like, even if you have a thought about getting a movie,
25 cents,
you buy the damn thing, you know. And I was just like, I was out of my mind. And I told Sean and Jim when we were talking about it on our website, and they just went off on it, you know. And they like, especially Jim, he was like, "It's a fucking $0.25," you know, like that. But I was just like, dude, you don't even think about it. You just pick it up and put it to your pad, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. But yeah, it was Patrick. I love him. But he still does it to this day. If you watch his library hauls, he goes, "I'm not really familiar with it, but you know, I pulled the trigger." I'm like, "It's $0.25. You're getting a series for $0.25, Patrick." But
yeah.
But yeah, so Jody, I pulled the trigger. I said, "Add that to my pile."
That's a major purchase, that one.
Yeah. For $0.25. I mean, that's actually a really nice set. It has a book in it too.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, and then it has the oops, I dropped the book as a matter of fact, and then it has the 3 discs in it. But I got that for $0.25. So.
Nice. Now it's time for Kenny's favorite part. What not deliveries came to Ollie today?
Oh, we have to have a song, you know. We have to come up with a song.
I always seem to get stuff on a Monday. I don't know why, but I always seem to get like a box on a Monday.
That's nice.
You missed them last week, and I've already put them back into the collection.
In the collection.
So this week, these were all £1 from Whatnot. These ones, I've got.
You got ripped off, pal.
That's expensive.
Renaissance Man with Danny DeVito, which I love.
That's out of print over here.
Yeah, love that film, and it's Marky Mark's very first film as well.
He was with the funky punch. He was feeling the vibration.
Yeah,
feel it.
Mr. Calvin Klein.
Can't stand that dude.
A Disney film next, which I've never seen, but it's got 2 great leads. It could be shit, but I love the 2 leads in this. It's got a great supporting cast as well. My Favorite Martian.
Oh, yeah.
That's another one that's out of print over here. I can't find that.
£1.
Wow.
And
that's a very good movie.
He pulled the trigger on that.
He pulls the trigger.
I've got Gorillas in the Mist.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
Sigourney
one.
It's not
Weaver.
bad, yeah.
I got. I think this is Australia. No, it's British. I think it's a Welsh film. Yes, Welsh. Glee meets Dead Poets Society. It's called Hunky Dory. From the
Never
You're
heard.
Like This, Kenny. Lead of the film, Minnie Driver.
Ooh, I will watch
She's
that.
the lead. I think she plays. Yeah, she plays a teacher,
Okay.
and it's got a soundtrack including David Bowie, The Beach Boys, The Velvet Underground, and ELO. It's set in the summer of 1976, and is a coming of age comedy. So there you go, Hunky Dory, that one.
It's on Tubi over here.
There you go. Carlos will like this one. Still new and sealed for £1. To add to the John Wayne collection. We've got The Alamo.
That's
That's
a great
good.
film.
That Problems, it's still never been released on Blu-ray. I think only in Germany and France. It's kind of one of them made on demands
Yeah.
Blu-rays.
Childhood classic next. And no, it was not £2, despite the cover saying it was again £1. Flight of the Navigator,
That's a great film.
which I haven't seen since
Yeah,
a
it
kid,
was.
so that'll be good to go back to. I can't remember much about it,
It's
but
one
I
of them.
remember it
It's
being
one of
great.
them movies you watch as a kid, and sometimes it can be hit and miss when you watch it later on in life.
Yeah. I
See-
got another one to add to the Sean Connery collection. That was really bad, sorry. The Russia House.
I want that one. I've been
That's a good
actually
one.
trying to get that one recently.
£1. Because this is a Fred Skepsy, but it's based on a John le Carre novel.
Yeah, it looks good.
But I mean, these two together, I mean, can't go wrong.
really.
You got Roy Scheider in here as well, and James
Yeah.
Fox,
Nice.
John Mahoney, JT Walsh, music by Jerry Goldsmith. So yeah, it's going to be a good film, I think.
Mhm.
A classic next, which Roy will be proud. He will be proud if he's still watching. Double Indemnity.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a great film.
Billy Wilder classic.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, that's a good one, Carlos, to watch.
It's like considered one of his best films, I think.
I've mainly only seen the Marilyn Monroe ones that he did, and the Jack Lemmon comedies.
Yeah.
Is that
Next
Double
up.
Indemnity? My friend, I'm sorry, Ollie. My friend was telling me about that when I worked at the video store, and he goes, "Oh, this is a really good film." And I look at it, and I'm like, "The guy from Flubber is in this movie," and he just started laughing. He goes, "He was a serious actor before he started doing the Disney movies," and I was like, "All right, I'll give it a run."
Yeah.
So when I brought it back, I said, "The guy from Flubber was very good in the movie." So it's like a running joke now. It's like 30 some years later. It's like, he goes, "How did you like that movie with the guy from Flubber?" So
Here you go, Kenny. A film starring one of our guys, which I'd never seen before, but it looks like a good sort of thriller. The Other Man with
that is
Liam
a good
Neeson.
movie. Yes.
From the director of Notes on a Scandal as well. I think it's when he thinks his wife is having an affair with Antonio Banderas' character, and he basically goes to confront him, but then his wife goes missing.
Yeah.
So yeah, looks like a good film. Then this isn't the original, this is the remake, which I've seen, and it's a Richard Linklater film, and I enjoy this, although I would like to see the original, but I don't even think we've got a DVD release over here. So, and that's Bad News Bears with Billy Bob Thornton, which, like I said, I've seen this one, and it's actually pretty good. I'd love to see the original, because I think that's Walter Matthau, isn't it?
Oh, the original is so good.
But you just don't come across it here.
That's a shame.
I then got a Tim Allen film with Jim Belushi as well, called Joe Somebody.
That's a good
not
movie.
a bad movie.
Yeah, I love Tim Allen.
Me too.
This was a steal for £1 with a slipcover, and I don't know what's going on with that. I think the case is a bit damaged. Yeah, the case is a bit damaged, but I mean, it's a brand new series for like £1, so, and I've never seen the series. Doom Patrol season 1.
Never heard of it.
It's a DC series. It's Timothy Dalton. I'm just checking that the discs are right. Yeah, it's just the cases. The plastic on the cases come off, but other than that, it's in good condition. It's Timothy Dalton, Brendan Fraser, Matt Bomer. Yeah, it's basically Alan Tudyk as well. It's basically a more adult sort of superhero series, but I think it lasted for like 3 seasons. Because remember when DC had that streaming service that never went anywhere?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, it was on there, so it never really. Can't remember the name. I can't even remember the name of the DC streaming service now, but yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out. Then we've got A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints.
I couldn't
Which-
get on with that
Never
one.
heard of it.
It's
Never heard of
it's semi-autobiographical film about the writer and director Dito Montiel, who's done quite a few films since this as well. But Robert Downey Jr. plays him in this, but apparently it's quite a rough film. In fact, a quote on the back says, "Makes films like kids look like a walk in a park."
That's why I couldn't get along with it, because I didn't like kids. That shit upsets me. You know.
It's got Shire in it as well, so you know it's going to be crazy. Igby Goes Down.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's not too bad.
Yeah, with Kieran Culkin and Jeff Goldblum and Susan Sarandon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next pile I've got On a Clear Day You Can See Forever.
Oh yeah, nice.
Barbara Streisand, which I've never seen. Vincente Minnelli directed this one as well. I got That Touch of Mink.
That's a great film. Yeah.
I got straight to DVD Nicolas Cage film, but it's a horror film, and I've heard it's actually pretty decent. It's called Pay the Ghost. I think it's like a supernatural
heard of
film.
that one.
It's his son basically disappears, and then he's haunted by visions and stuff. It's got Sarah Wayne Callies as his estranged wife. So there you go.
He's made a shitload of movies. I think he's one of them.
He really has.
He's one of them actors. He does a movie a month.
Yeah, pretty much. I did want to get the Blu-ray of this. For some reason, I've never actually seen this, but I love the film that came before it that's unrelated, which I also picked up recently. So I know I'm going to love this, and that's Paranorman, which is from the makers of Coraline, which I love. And I've not seen it since a kid, but I picked it up recently. So I know I'm going to love this one. I want to get Kubo and the Two Strings as well, because I've seen that. And if you want to get into animation, I recommend that film, because that film is beautiful. A few more to add to the John Wayne collection. Hellfighters.
Oh yeah, nice. Catherine Ross in that one as well.
Yeah. Another John Wayne. We have Island in the Sky.
That's one I've never seen.
I've never seen that either.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it. I just saw set in Canada, set just after World War II. So, never heard of this one either. Swimming Upstream with Jeffrey Rush and Judy Davis, based on a true story about a swimmer's quest for Olympic gold. Yeah, just sounded. I mean, I like Jeffrey Rush. It just sounded pretty good. Got Y Tu Mama Tambien, which I've never seen. Yeah. And then these weren't £1. This one, I sent this trailer to Kenny. I don't know if Kenny's picked it up himself yet or if he's got it bookmarked. But it just looked like a wonderful film. It was a trailer before a film I was watching the other night, and I just had to. It was £3, so I was like, I really want to watch it, so I don't mind paying the price. It's a film called Venus with Peter O'Toole.
Yeah, I have it bookmarked.
Yeah, some people say it was like his swan song. He was nominated for an Oscar for his performance in the film. It's also Jodie Whittaker's very first film, and you've got the likes of Leslie Phillips, Vanessa Redgrave, Richard Griffiths, and I think it's just about a man that's just
Coming to terms.
coming to the terms that he's near the end of his life, and he was an actor in his day, and he sort of takes one of his friend's granddaughters under his wing, and she's a bit of a snotty kid to start with, but he sort of they bring the best out, but the best out of each other. So I think it's going to be a lovely film. So pick that up for a couple of pounds. And then Roy mentioned to me that BFI were having a sale. So all of these were going for I think £7. I don't know. Did you get any, Jodie?
I didn't know because in Ireland now, if we order from the UK, we have to pay €3 extra per item.
Right.
So it doesn't work out like a sale doesn't really work out that cheap for me anymore. Unfortunately, so probably the German Amazon is probably going to be a little bit better for me now going forward, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
So I didn't bother because it would have just worked out too expensive, then plus the postage and everything. So
yeah, I think these were £5 because I think I bought 4 and it was like £20, and they're all fairly new releases. First one's a Shane Meadows film called 24/7 with Bob Hoskins, which I've heard is really good. So pick that one up. And then because I watched Broker a few weeks ago and thought that was a pretty good film, I wanted to get more of Hirokazu Koreeda's films, so I picked up Afterlife, which is supposed to be a really good film as well. And then I've never seen any Kurosawa films before. Well, I've seen one, and I really liked it. And obviously, quite a few of his films have been released through BFI now, but they only had 2 left. So I got this one and another one which hasn't come yet. So this one is The Hidden Fortress, which Roy says is really good. But like I said, I've not seen any of these sorts of films before, really. So it's going to be kind of different going into this. But
keep an open mind now.
Yeah. I think I can tell you the other one. I think the other one I got is it Stray Dog?
Oh yeah.
Because I wanted to get High and Low, but that was out of stock by the time I got to it. So that's the only other one. I think the sale's still ongoing if you're interested, but they've got brand new titles like this for a £5 each, and postage is free as well. So it's worth looking into if you want to get some more BFI's titles into the collection.
Ollie, that Hidden Fortress, is that the 58 version or the 2001 version?
Oh, the original, yeah. 1958.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, 58. Right, let's go through some comments before we get onto the main topic. Matthew says Apocalypto is an amazing film by Mel Gibson. Yeah, it's one. I'm not into those sort of really brutal, over-the-top violent films, so I've never watched it, but I've heard it is a really good film though.
Don't let the subtitles put you off, because that kind of put me
off.
I
don't mind subtitles. Yeah, I'll watch a film with subtitles
at the time, but there's not really that many acted scenes really, because it's one of them movies that's on the go constantly.
Yeah. Alan says my top 5 underrated comedies: One Night at McCall's. I've not seen that one. Tin Men. I've not seen that one. Liar Liar. I agree. Love Liar Liar. Great film. A Shot in the Dark. I need to give a rewatch because I didn't get on with it the first time.
That's a funny one.
And Groundhog Day, one of my all-time favorite comedies. So, yeah, good choices there, Alan. There we go. Right. Without further ado, we will get into our main topic today, which, as you can see from the title, is underrated comedies. So the way we're going to do this is it's going to be a round table. We're each going to go one by one and give a comedy that we think's underrated, give our thoughts on it, and then open the floor to everyone else see if they've seen it and what they think about it, and then move on to the next, and so on until we basically get fed up. So I will kick things off with Jodie. Jodie, do you want to go first with your first pick?
Okay. Yeah, one of my favorite comedies, and one that actually makes me like scream laughing, like ugly laugh, is The Money Pit with Tom Hanks and directed by Richard Benjamin. Just that, I just think, like, the older I get, I just think I'm like a proper slapstick, person. I just think slapstick comedy just makes me laugh so much. I really need to go back into some of like the older slapstick comedies and actually watch them, because I know that was like more of a thing, like, years ago, whereas not so much now. But that movie makes me laugh so much, and the scene with the stairs, where the stairs starts to collapse, that oh my god, that was one of the funniest scenes. Yeah, I just love that movie, and I just love all the physical kind of comedy, and yeah, it just makes me like roar with laughter. I love it.
Jody, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh
2
yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there with that one, Jodie. It's just very slapsticky, very physical comedy from Tom Hanks, and
Yeah.
I think I think he should go back to comedy, but then again,
Yeah.
because of what he's done since, like, the films of the 80s that he did, because a lot of the films he's done now are serious. Everyone looks at him as that kind of actor. So to see him go back to doing that sort of comedy again, I don't know if it would work. And obviously as well, because comedy isn't what it was back then, that's another reason I don't know whether it would work. But
he's too serious an actor and too big a name to go back to
And
comedy.
plus he's 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I was really surprised at how he made the transition from a comedy actor to a serious actor. It can be done. You see these guys, like John Candy's one. Leslie Nielsen. He was a serious actor before he went into comedy. So a lot of good actors, they kind of go reverse. But Tom Hanks is definitely one of the better ones.
I still think if John had lived, he would have been a really good serious actor. I mean,
I think he would have developed.
He
would have developed into that a lot more. Yeah.
Sort of like a John Goodman kind of actor.
Yeah, but it's a great film, and it's an easy watch because it's a short film as well.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I think because it's just constantly stuff going on throughout that film just makes it even. It just works, I think. So yeah, good choice there.
I'm in the room. I'm in the room.
Carlos, you want to give us your first choice?
I'm going to say one from the late 1980s, which I actually need to get a physical copy of. I still can't believe I haven't got it. The Witches of Eastwick.
Oh, that's a
good one. I watched that the first time the other day.
Fantastic cast. Obviously, 3 women in a small kind of rich town. They kind of have this wish, where this mysterious kind of flamboyant man turns up in Jack Nicholson. You've got the 3 women: Michelle Pfeiffer, Cher, and Susan Sarandon. They're kind of fighting over him, and I love that bit when they sort of say to Jack Nicholson, "Who the hell are you?" And he just sits back, laid back. He's just your average horny little devil. I think it's a really underrated, kind of forgotten comedy movie, and Jack Nicholson, he was fantastic in comedy movies when he could quite switch into the comedy role easily because he was such a fine actor. So yeah, one of them movies I think I'd love to see get a 4K release, but yes, one that I always enjoy seeing. There's nothing like seeing a good comedy movie with you get a good array of actors and actresses. So yeah, The Witches of Eastwick. I always have a lot of time for that one.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it was a good first time watch a few weeks ago for me. Just like you say, the pairing of all of those actors together just really works, and I think Nicholson, especially that, obviously the long scene towards the end where they're getting their revenge on him.
Yeah,
it's
flips
just worth
over.
it. Yeah, really good stuff.
It's got a little bit of a horror sort of element because he kind of has that real devilish sort of smile, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
he could really work it.
Yeah. Anyone else got any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it's a great film.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. Kenny, do you want to go next?
Sure. Speaking of physical comedy, a guy I wish that would go back. This is a 1993 movie, Heart and Souls, with Robert
Yeah.
Downey Jr. Great movie.
Okay. Never heard
Great
of
I've
that.
never
heart
seen that
too.
one.
Oh, Jody,
Yeah, I've not seen it
get
I'll
either.
write
that
it down
one.
now.
It has Alfred Woodard, Charles Grodin.
Hmm.
Who else is in it? Elizabeth Shue, which is an added
Oh, yeah,
bonus
she's
Good
for
great.
cast.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And basically, what happens is he has imaginary friends that pop up, and these imaginary friends go away when he's like a teenager, and then when he turns 30 and starts to get a girlfriend, it's like really serious. These imaginary friends come back and join him again. Also, Tom Sizemore's in it too. Tom Sizemore. So, and it's sort of like Drop Dead Fred. If you guys seen Drop Dead Fred,
Hmm.
but it's not as like vindictive. Like these ghosts are not like evil like Fred was. Okay, they're trying to help him through life and stuff like that. So
Mm.
it's a really beautiful and the physical comedy by I have another physical comedy with Robert Downey. He was so good in this movie. It's sad that he's Iron Man and Doctor Doom and all that now. I wish he would go back to the comedy, Robert Downey that I grew up with.
I know the other one you're going to say. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorites as well.
Yeah.
Chances are, yeah.
Yep, that's my other one. Yeah.
Yeah. You might as well talk about that one as well.
Yeah, chances are is a really good one. It's
Yeah.
with Ryan O'Neal and Sybil Shepherd and Mary Stuart Masterson,
Mm.
and it's basically Ryan O'Neal's like the best friend, and has been pining for Sybil Shepherd all these years. Well, his best friend passes away and inhabits Robert Downey Jr.'s body when he's going out with their daughter, Mary Stuart Masterson. So all these things come up, and like the physical comedy is so great by Robert
So
Downey in
funny.
this
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, and
The
he
guy that
starts.
plays the angel as well is great.
Yes, I can't remember his name. Yeah, but that's a really beautiful movie, and plus you got the beautiful Oscar nominated song "After
I
All"
love that song.
with
Yeah.
Peter Cetera and Cher.
Yeah.
So,
Great song.
great song. I think it was not 86. I want to say 86 or 89. I think 89.
Yeah, I think
maybe.
it's 89. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's a very good one too, Jody. I highly recommend that one.
Yeah,
You'll
I'll check
you'll
both of
get
those
on
out.
with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I better start off strong then. My first one I'm going for. 1979. 10. Blake Edwards 10. Dudley Moore, Bo Derek, Julie Andrews. Put
Not seen
put
that
Dud-
one.
Oh, it's terrific, Judy. It put Dudley Moore on the map in America.
Yeah, it did.
Obviously, he had, I think, the year before been in Foul Play,
Mhm.
and his small role in Foul Play is just you just don't forget that performance in that film because he's just so, again, great with physical comedy, and just he was just a very very funny guy.
Hmm.
And then he got the role in 10 where he's basically playing this. I think he's like a musician or something.
Composer.
Yeah, composer. That's right, because of this bit at the end.
Yeah.
And he lives in this like sort of like Iron Man's house in the first couple of Iron Man's films. It's like on the like cliff
Malibu.
Malibu type house, yeah. And he's got like sort of the perfect life. His girlfriend's played by Julie Andrews. He's just got everything he could possibly want. And one day his car breaks down. Well, I say it breaks down. He does something to cause it to break down. And he stumbles into a wedding that's happening. And there he sets his eyes on Bo Derek's character, who he instantly sort of just becomes infatuated with. And just the bit for me in the film that was just absolutely hilarious. And it's just what Blake Edwards does the best, like the stupid comedy. He did it in Blind Date. He did it in the first Pink Panther film. basically it's a phone call that call basically well, it starts basically Dudley Moore wants to try and get to know Bo Derrick's character more, so he knows her father's a dentist, so he goes to book himself an appointment at the dentist, and he's not been to the dentist in years. So when he's there, the dentist like, you've got to have like 12 cavities that we need to fill. So he gets the cavity, so he's pumped full of Novocaine. So when he comes out, he can't speak at all, and he tries to drink a cup of I think it's a glass of water. It just goes straight down his front, just straight out of his mouth. And it's just the whole physical comedy. He goes back and he rings Julie Andrews' character, and she thinks that someone's like robbing his house. So she calls the police, and then she drives over there to find out what's going on. And he's got a telescope so he can see his neighbor's house, and his neighbor's like constantly having like orgies all the time. So his neighbor calls him up and invites him over. So he goes over there, and he's just like so high on Novocaine, he just don't have a clue what he's doing. And then Julie Andrews gets to his apartment, and there's no one there. She looks in the telescope, and the other guy's got a telescope, and it's just them looking at the reaction when they look in the telescope at the same time. I lost it. It's just such a funny film. You gotta watch it, Jodie. It's just so funny.
I will. I have it written down now. I'm gonna try and pick it up.
Yeah, I got the DVD pretty cheap. It's only, I don't even know if it did it get a Blu-ray in America, Kenny?
Yeah, it's out of print now, but I have the DVD of it too.
It's kind of more known for obviously Bo Derrick when she's on the
Running on the
beach.
beach.
Yeah, because it was in what we were watching last night. They parodied it.
Yeah, they done a bit of a Mickey tape with Ruth Gordon's face on Bo Derrick's body, which absolutely went down. I totally forgot about that scene, but I do enjoy 10, but I always had more rewatchability for me when he plays the rich, drunken millionaire.
Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur's great.
Yeah. You know, and obviously they done that terrible remake with Russell Brand, which was absolutely dire.
I never watched it.
You don't want.
I'm not saying anything because I may like that film.
Don't tell me you prefer that over the original.
Oh no, but I don't know why, but I grew up with the remake because when it came out, I watched it, and I just love Helen Mirren. And I just think, although John Gielgud is better as Hobbs,
he's fantastic.
It's just,
I thought you was going to say for a minute on talent, you was going to say Russell Brand over Dudley Moore.
Yeah, I was ready to say, no.
You could boot me out. You could boot me out if I said that.
Yeah. Wow.
What's the name of the remake?
Arthur.
It's just Arthur.
Oh, yeah.
1981. Stick to the 81 version.
Fantastic.
And don't watch the sequel.
Don't watch the sequel.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of Liza Minnelli, but she adds to the movie.
She was great in that movie.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah.
And the father is fantastic.
Yeah.
Where he's crying and he's like going, but I really liked him. Oh, Dad, that'll be enough.
Yeah.
That movie
and Jody, the tie comes to here. It's like a little, like, he's got it so short it only goes to like his chest area. It doesn't like drop down. It's so funny.
And another iconic Oscar nominated song.
Oh yeah, Christopher Cross.
I've never seen that, Jodie, because that used to always be on UK TV, on ITV around about Christmas time. Arthur was always a popular one.
Yeah, no, I never came across it.
Yeah,
I like when
I'm pretty sure if you went online, you'd be able to see it.
Yeah. My favorite Gielgud is like when he goes, "Okay, Arthur, we've got to go. Thank you for the lovely, stimulating conversation."
It's just the bit at the end in the church when obviously he goes and the father of the bride comes in and just beats 10 bells of shit out of him.
I think as actors go, playing a drunk, I think Dudley Moore, I don't think I've seen a better performance of somebody playing a drunk
Yeah.
He's fantastic in it. Well, you actually believe it.
Yeah,
Have you
could.
seen Foul Play?
Oh, so good.
Years ago.
Because again, that's all in that. He's just he just gets lucky. He thinks he's taking Goldie Hawn home for some hooky, and he's a complete sexual deviant when you get there. And he's got
The bedroom.
and you got it's the Bee Gees playing in the background, and he just rips his shirt off and starts dancing, and she's completely oblivious to it.
The disco ball.
Oh, that was one of my favorite first time watches this year.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
Jodie, what do you want to go for next?
I'll go for actually one that I just watched this year for the first time as well. And comedy is not my most watched genre, but this film I thought was hilarious. I think it's from 2018 and it's Game Night. You know, with Rachel McAdam and what's his name? Rachel McAdams.
Jason Bateman.
Yes. That movie was so funny. Yeah,
it's
that
Jesse
was really
Plemons'
good, really
character,
creative.
the next door neighbor, Jesse
Oh yeah,
Plemons.
that was he's the best. He's the most funny character in that movie. His comedic timing is just brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so surprised at how much I enjoyed it, because usually modern comedies are like very kind of hit and miss with me, but I had a brilliant time with that film.
Yeah, it is just such a fun film because it's like a nice twist on like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
And it's just like the journey sort of the characters go on. It's just like it gets just more ludicrous as the night goes on, and just some great characters in there, I think.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Really enjoyed that one.
It's when they've got to go over to his neighbor's house because they I think is a coup or something.
Yeah.
And they're one of them's covered in blood, and they go in the room, and then they kiss the dog, and then the dog gets covered in blood and just shakes himself up, and it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, great film.
Good.
Yeah,
really,
good
really
choice.
took you by surprise.
Yeah,
I need to write that one down.
Yeah,
it's great, Carlos. The Blu-ray's like only a couple of quid, I think. The Blu-ray, it's it's not out of print. Yeah, quite reasonable price.
I just think Rachel McAdam is always just great to watch. She's just she's not in like a huge amount of films, but I just always enjoy her in everything.
Same, yeah. Carlos, what do you want to go for next?
I'm going to mention one that actually me and Ollie potentially could watch on Wednesday. Obviously, Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder are more known for Silver Streak and Speak No Evil, Hear No Evil. But I'm going to mention Silver Streak because obviously that's the first movie that they paired together. I mean, Richard Pryor does turn up in the movie. I say probably about 45 minutes into the movie. It's a kind of a murder mystery movie on the train journey, where Gene Wilder he witnesses a murder, and because he sees the murder on the train, it's a 1976 movie. Then he's a wanted man, and he kind of gets off one of the train stations, and he kind of buddies up with Richard Pryor, and he tries to help sort of solve this kind of mystery. There's a scene in the movie where Gene Wilder tries to disguise himself as a black man, which just cracks me up. When they use boot polish on his face, and he tries to sort of act like this dancing black man, and they put this funny hat on him, and he gets like his little radio, and he's trying to dance like a black man. And there's a bit in the public toilets where Scatman, I think Crothers. Oh no, I think it might not be him. There's a black guy in there who's cleaning, and he sees this white man trying to act like a black man, and he looks at him and he says, "Hey man, you must be in some serious trouble." And it's just like, yeah, when you see Gene Wilder trying to sort of act like a black man, it's really, really funny. I mean, it's not as good as Silver Streak, but it's a good murder mystery movie. Obviously, Patrick McGowan's the main villain in the movie. Yeah, I mean, it's one that when we had the Powerhouse Films indicator set of the Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor movies, they did not have that one in the set. They had Another You, which is the last movie they did, Stir Crazy, and Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil. But Silver Streak is one that's never been released on Blu-ray here. You can only get it on DVD. I know you can get it in the US, but it's incredibly pricey. You can get it in Spain, but it's retitled as Chicago something, which I think the journey kind of ends in Chicago. But yeah, Silver Streak kind of overlooked because obviously it's mainly their second and third movies that always kind of gets mentioned more. So yeah, Silver Streak. I always think that's a little bit underrated and quite recommended for me.
Nice.
Nice. You just don't call us Kenny.
All right, I have a 1997 movie, The Man Who Knew Too Little, with Bill Murray.
Oh yeah.
Very,
I've seen that one.
very underrated. He goes over to London to meet up with his brother Peter Gallagher, and he is just like a video store guy that like lives, watching movies and stuff. Okay, so what happens is his brother's a real scumbag, and he's like really into some serious stuff. So he thinks he's going onto a murder mystery kind of like like tour of London. Well, he witnesses a real murder goes down, and he's basically like going to the guys. Whoa, look at this, a real gun. Whoa, my brother must have spent a fortune for this. And he throws it away, and you hear bang, and somebody gets shot. And then he's like walking the streets of like London and stuff, and people are trying to get at him, and it's just like, just like so funny. There's a big scene where he's a Russian dancer, and they're doing like, how they have like the little eggs that like get smaller kind of thing.
Babushkas.
Well, okay, there you go. You've seen it, Ollie?
No, I just know what.
Okay, so they have one of these have a bomb in it. Okay, so he's basically at this big tea party with like the Russian ambassador, and he's like in the Russian hat, and he's like doing and he thinks it's all part of the show, the movie mystery kind of thing. And he's like throwing the egg around with a bomb that can detonate all of London off, And it's a really, really funny, clever movie that was a big video hit over here, but it just did not do anything in the movies. But The Man Who Knew Too Little with Bill Murray.
Yeah, I'll have to try and grab that one.
I've heard of that one, but I've not seen that one.
Yeah. My next one was a rewatch last night for me. And it's a bit of a different comedy. It's not a complete laugh out loud comedy. I also wouldn't say it's a rom-com, but it's just got some great comedic actors in it, and there are some really funny moments. It's from 2017. It's called Table 19.
Oh, okay.
So it's got Anna Kendrick, who's the lead, and basically she's invited to her best friend's wedding, but she's just split up with her best friend's brother. They were in a relationship for a long time. So she's basically helped plan this wedding, but then because of everything that's happened, she's relegated to table 19, which is basically the table for random people. So you've got June Squibb in here in what is probably the first film I ever saw her in, who was her old nanny. You got Lisa Kudrow and Craig Robinson, who just play a couple that are somehow, I think they own a diner that's linked to the father of the bride. You got Stephen Merchant, who I love, and he's as he would say in the film, I'm a successful businessman. He's not really, but Stephen Merchant is always a delight to see in films, especially when he pops up in American films, and he fits in really well in this. And you got Tony Revolori from the Grand Budapest Hotel and Spider-Man, who's sort of a youngster who's just gone there to see if he can get any girls, basically. Just a really sweet but also very funny film at the same time. Just about this group of people that they obviously are considered losers, but they sort of become a family by the end of it. And just a really sweet film, but like I said, it's got some really funny moments in it as well. So Yeah, I don't know if anyone's seen that, but that's Table
Never
19.
heard of it.
I just wrote it down.
No.
Yeah, really good film, short film as well. But I've seen it a couple times now. It's just a very, very easy watch.
Nice.
Jodie, what do you want to go for next?
My next one is, it's probably considered like a bad movie. So maybe this is like, you know, I don't know if this is gonna be one people are gonna kind of gravitate to, but it's I think it's from 2004. It's The Alien Autopsy with Ant and Dec.
Oh yeah,
It's like, I know it's considered a bad movie, but I love that movie so much and I find it absolutely hilarious. I don't know, maybe does Kenny probably doesn't know who Ant and Dec are, do you, Kenny?
No, I was just going to ask you who they are. 'Cause I was literally looking it up. I was like, what?
When you grow up with like British popular culture, they're like
Yeah.
the two, like they're like the superstars, like in
It's so
the UK.
random to be like the leads in it, because Harry Dean Stanton's in it as well, isn't he? And
Yeah,
it's
and
so
Bill
random.
Pullman's in it.
Yeah.
And
Really?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
so-
Stanton with Ant and Dec in a movie. Wow.
Yeah, it's like sort of a serious film, but a piss take at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's from 2006, right?
Oh, 2006. Yeah.
Okay,
It's so
on
funny.
Tubi.
Of course it is.
That's it. Sold to
Yeah.
to
Well,
Kenny
Kenny.
I'll
will watch it.
Hey, anything you guys bring up, I will watch.
So if you like your kind of like alien movies, like this is such a fun one, and it's basically about the it's obviously Ant and Dec are like two main characters, and Dec they're kind of playing themselves in a way, but just the film
Okay,
version.
background on those two, Jody. Are they comedians or are they like
They're
show
like
hosts?
presenters. Yeah, they're kind
Okay,
of
so
comedy
they're sort
presenters.
of like
So they
Graham Norton.
No, not as talented as that. Basically, they present any TV show
anything. Yeah,
going, and they've been
Yeah.
the top presenters for the last 20 years
Yeah.
consecutively.
Yeah. They win
They
the
present
same award
everything.
every year.
The only thing is, Kenny, you might need subtitles because they both got strong northern
Jordan accents.
Yeah.
Newcastle accents.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I never realized the
so
difference.
Sam
of the
basically,
accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they basically sound like Sam.
Oh wow. Okay. So you have to listen very carefully. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we kind of understand them, like, because we're going to grow up with them, but that's why it's probably considered a cheesy movie, because like we've kind of seen them on TV all the time presenting all these shows. Like there's never a time during the year where they're not presenting some show. Usually they're doing
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I bet
And
Jody, you was a fan of Biker Groove.
I did used to watch Biker Grove back in the
I
day.
told you.
And then when they did what was the show they did with Cat Ely? Was it SMTV
Oh.
Live? Was it that one?
I remember, yeah, Captain Didi, yeah.
Yeah, and they used to do like all different skits and everything on that. I used to love that.
She was
and then-
popular over there because she did. So you
Oh,
think
yeah.
you could dance?
Oh yeah, she kind of
Oh,
started in the UK on TV, in like doing kids TV and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It's a really funny movie, and maybe you'll probably enjoy it because you don't have any context for who they are.
That's probably better if you don't know
Yeah.
who the hell they are.
Yeah.
So it is. It's a lot of fun, and it's kind of has that like even Jonathan Frakes is in it and stuff. Like the the Fact or Fiction guy, and yeah, it's it's a lot of fun. So I would recommend it. Basically, the Dec character, he comes in contact with this tape, basically a reel of basically what he's told is an alien autopsy. And so he watches it and he's like stunned. So basically he's like, ka-ching, I'm gonna make like a load of money off this film. And then when he goes and he sells the film to basically like this rich kind of guy who's like obsessed with UFOs and crop circles and stuff. And then when he goes to he sells the movie to him, but then the film basically disintegrates and like dissolves because it's been like hidden away for so long.
Oh wow.
And so him and all his friends have to recreate what's on the film. And that's kind of where all like the fun starts. So they have to like recreate this like alien autopsy and recreate what he saw in the film. And yeah, and then just everything kind of goes kind of crazy, but it's really funny. I really hope you like it. I think Kenny, you might like it.
Yeah, it sounds really funny.
Yeah.
I'll definitely let you know what I think about it.
Yeah, so definitely an underrated movie because like no one talks about that movie, but I've had it on DVD for years and I've rewatched it loads of times. I really like it.
Nice. I've got the DVD, so I need to get that one watched as well.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Carlos, what do you want to go for next?
Yeah, I got quite a few Touchstone films because they made some great comedies in the 80s and 90s. I'm going to say Stakeout from the late 1980s with Richard Dreyfuss, Emilio Estevez, and Madeleine Stowe, where they play two cops and an escaped convict or some sort of criminal that they're waiting on. And Madeleine Stowe, she plays the ex-girlfriend of this ex-convict who they're waiting for him to reappear. So they're kind of doing like a surveillance. They're kind of watching the house, waiting for the convict to kind of turn up there, possibly making contact with Madeleine Stowe. When the movie came out, I thought Richard Dreyfuss and Emilio Estevez, I didn't see them as a pairing, a comedy sort of pairing, because obviously, you know, Emilio Estevez was on a high with some of the movies he was doing at the time, and Richard Dreyfuss can be a really good actor. But they kind of play two sort of cops, and they kind of get protective with Madeleine Stowe, and eventually, somehow, Richard Dreyfuss's character falls in love with Madeleine Stowe. It's a really funny comedy. They did do a sequel, another Stakeout, which wasn't as good, but it's one of them Touchstone films comedy that I always appreciate watching, because I think Richard Dreyfuss, who can be a serious actor, there's quite a few comedies. I've actually got a couple of comedies written down that he appears in. I think he's really good as a comedy actor.
So yeah, Stakeout from 1987. Really recommended one. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it. You seen it, Ollie?
No, never seen that one. No.
Okay. Get it on DVD.
Yeah,
I think it was a hit. It was a hit. I remember going to the cinema to watch it.
Yeah, great movie.
Nice. Kenny?
All right, next one we're going to go back all the way back to 1963 when Jim was 40 years old.
I know, so old, isn't he?
Yeah, and this is The Thrill of It All with Doris Day and James Garner.
Oh, okay, we're going.
And James Garner's a doctor, and Doris Day's his wife. And Doris Day gets spotted by a talent agency to do a commercial for a fabric softener, sort of like Ivory Snow or something like that. And back in the 60s, all the commercials were live. So basically she goes and she is the like everything that could go wrong goes wrong on this one, but the fans just like love her. Okay, so she gets like a billboard out there, and you know she's making more money than James Garner's doing as a doctor, and it's directed and written by Carl Reiner. Okay,
there you go then.
So what's funny about it is when they were doing they have two little kids, and what's funny about it is every commercial is basically the same layout, but different situations. Like one time, it's a cowboy exploitation one where he's getting like hit over the head with like a chair or something, and it's basically buy this. And the next one is like a cop one, and the two kids are really funny. He goes, "We just want to see mommy. We seen this last week. Remember, like last week when they were cowboys?" And the people are like, "How do you know this?" And he goes, "It's the same thing over and over." But it's really cute. James Garner's really good in this. And my mom loved Doris Day, so we watched every Doris Day movie when it came on. But this one's my favorite Doris Day movie. It's called The Thrill of It All, and she sings the theme song too. As a matter of fact.
Oh, nice. The next one I'm going to go for was another one that I watched this week, and I very highly recommend this. Kenny, how are you with sex comedies?
Okay. Yeah, I don't like them too. I don't like them too raunchy, but you know,
There's no nudity in this, but it's
I don't
quite
mind boobs,
it's
but
quite
I'm just
crude.
saying I just don't like when they. I don't like the cursing. Like I get really upset with the cursing,
Yeah,
and
yeah. There's not really any swearing in this.
Okay.
It's I want candy.
I want candy.
It's just a stupid.
Title says it all.
Basically, it's about these two college students played by Tom Burke and is it Tom Riley, and they want to make a film, so they're trying to sell their script to all of like the local producers in London, and they managed to find this one producer that would be interested played by Eddie Marsan, who's an absolute scumbag in the film, but he has one condition: he will finance their film if they can get the number one porn star in the world to star in the film. So from that point on, it turns from their film they've got to rewrite to make it into basically a porno. It's so fucking funny. Basically, they've got no they get her right the last minute, but they've got nowhere to shoot, so they end up shooting at one of the guys' parents' house whilst their parents are out at work for the day. So that's where they shoot the film. There's a scene towards the end where their parents come home early and are feeling a bit frisky. It's so funny. It's such a funny film. It's got Kenny won't know a lot of the people that are in it, but because it's a very British cast. But like Jimmy Carr pops up in it as well. He plays this DVD rental store guy, and he just got a really funny small bit in the film. But I just thought it worked for me. It's really funny. It's got Michelle Ryan in as well. She was she did Bionic Woman and EastEnders and Cockneys versus Zombies as well. But if you want just a really fun watch, I recommend this because it's just I had heard of it, but I didn't really know what it's about before I picked it up. But I just stuck it on one night last week, and it's just one of those films where you're in and out quite quickly, but you have an absolute blast with it because it is just really funny, just really stupid story. Like they're doing auditions. I'll tell you one, but they're doing auditions for the film, so they get loads of different people to come and audition at the college. And there's this one Chinese girl, and she doesn't really speak a lot of English, and they ask her what her talent is, and she basically shoots ping pong balls out of her hoo-ha. And the teacher's coming in, and he doesn't know what type of film they're making. All he knows is that they're making a film, so they got to push her out while she's still doing it. And they push her into another classroom, and she can't stop doing it. So it's just got these ping pong balls flying around everywhere. It's so funny. Yeah, I'd really recommend that. And I'd obviously heard of Carmen Electra before, but I didn't really know who she was. But she's good looking, so it's good. It's a good film. I'd recommend it. It's the year's juiciest comedy, apparently. So there you go. That's my next one. I Want Candy. And yes, the song does feature in the film. A cover song.
Yeah, the next one I put down, this is another kind of random one, but Mr. Bean's Holiday. Like I'm a Mr. Bean lover anyway. I love the series, and like I love the original movie, like the disaster movie. But I just think Mr. Bean's Holiday is so like slept on. But it's actually so funny, and like there's so many kind of like very kind of clever, like funny kind of moments in it.
Yeah.
Especially any scene with Willem Dafoe, and that just absolutely like cracks me up. Like that character, the Carson Clay character in that movie, just like it just pleases me so much. It just makes me laugh so hard. Because it's so like self-aware and like it's like kind of like weirdly like intellectual comedy for the movie, because there's like a lot of very silly moments in the movie. But just all those scenes just crack me up. And yeah, I just think it's such a funny, feel good movie, and just some really, really like sweet moments in it. And yeah, it's a totally like different tone, I think, to the original Mr. Bean movie, but it still has like a lot of heart. And
Yeah.
I really like it. It always just cheers me up and makes me laugh every time I watch it.
Yeah, I agree.
Very
Both
good.
of those are childhood favorites for me.
My twin nephews are absolutely addicted to that Bean TV series
Yeah, it's
and
brilliant.
movie. So much so that when I bought the series, that they wore the discs out, and
Wow.
within 6 months I had to buy the set again, and it was it's just simple comedy. It really, really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And it
So easy
you
to
know,
watch.
I know a lot of people say it's just for kids, but no. I mean, even
No.
adults,
A lot more than that.
love that. He's good. He's really, really good.
Yeah.
His Christmas specials, you have to watch that every year.
Oh, I love that
Christmas.
Christmas special.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Great.
It's in the first film though, where he's on the airplane with the sick bag.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And he blows into it, and it.
I like how he spits on like the Picasso or something like that, and he's like,
and he's got. You got to remember, Burt Reynolds is in that first film.
Yeah.
Mad that is.
And Peter
But he was
McNichol
a
is
Peter
good in it
McNichol,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. I used to watch that over and over again. There's the scene where Peter McNichol brings him to the the fairground, and they go into this like kind of ride. It's like a 3D ride or something, and like they're going around, and he's really bored on it, and so he like messes with the wires to make it like go really fast. And like there's like people like flying off the seats and everything. And I used to watch that, like I used to just keep rewinding that as a child and rewatching it because it was just so funny. It's just so like silly, but it's so effective. It's so funny.
The bit at the end as well, towards the end, which is actually supposed to be a serious bit, but turns into a comic bit, where he goes into surgery as one of the surgeons with the jelly beans. He's digging around with the jelly beans. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's so funny.
My brother sent me a picture of him with the scrubs on when I had to have surgery, and he went, you know how he's like looking down, he sees Mr. Bean, and he goes, Kenny, I just met your surgeon. Good luck tonight. You know, it was a picture of Mr. Bean. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, nice. Carlos, what do you want to go for next?
I'm going to mention this one because I don't think there's a Blu-ray release either in the UK or even the US, and it stars Nick Nolte and Martin Short, The Three Fugitives, where Nick Nolte plays this kind of former bank robber. He's just come out of prison, and I think he's trying to sort of clean his act, redeem himself. And there's a scenario where he actually goes into the bank, and Martin Short, who was quite a big comedian in the late 80s, 90s, wasn't he, Kenny? Martin Short.
That was like one of his first leads after,
Yeah. So basically, Martin Short, his luck's running low. he makes an attempt to do this bank robbery, which he absolutely bodges up. And when the police get there, he's a bumbling sort of robber. So basically, he grabs Nick Nolte as the hostage, and when he grabs Nick Nolte's saying, "Grab somebody else," sort of thing. And as he takes Nick Nolte out to the front of the bank, the police who get there, they're actually saying to Nick Nolte, "Why are you robbing the bank?" And Nick Nolte said, "I'm the hostage," and the police don't believe it, sort of thing. So basically, Nick Nolte becomes part of the hostage with Martin Short, who's now on the run. And what makes things even more difficult is that Martin Short, he has his daughter that goes with him. So basically, you got the police running after these three fugitives, and the police can't get over that it's not Nick Nolte that's got the other two as hostages. It's a really fun comedy. Again, it's another touchstone films in the late 1980s. I'd love to see this get a Blu-ray release. Really, really funny movie. Nick Nolte and Martin Short. It were some really decent comedies in the late 80s and early 90s.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. I'll have to try and track that one down.
Yeah, it's a real fun one. That.
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest Martin Short fan, but he made a
Oh,
believer out of me in that one. But
he's so good.
Nick Nolte kind of plays what he normally kind of a gruff, sort of tough,
Yeah.
hardened,
48
sort of
hours
cop
type character.
or criminal. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's really good in this. I mean, that scene where the police shout out, "What are your demands?" and why are you doing this? He goes, "I'm the hostage," and it's just so funny because Martin Short's waving this gun about, and like Nick Nolte's like ducking for cover, sort of thing, and it's like, yeah, really good movie. I'm just really surprised it's never had a Blu-ray release.
Kenny, what do you want to go for next?
All right, my next one is a 1997 classic, for me anyway. Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh, okay.
I love that movie so much.
That's a great take.
And Mira Sorvino, I love Lisa Kudrow's. Like, I'm not a Friends guy, but Lisa Kudrow is my favorite of the Friends. I think she's absolutely stunning. But Mira Sorvino, that was the first Mira Sorvino I've ever seen. But her thing is like, I invented Post-it notes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god! And when she's trying to get the car, from the guy, oh, you're a stallion. Oh, you're too big. And she's like, they're like not. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Yeah,
and when
it's
they get in the car and it stalls and they're playing Footloose on the radio. And they're like, well, I gotta go. And Lisa goes, oh, I never liked that song anyway. It's so funny.
Yeah,
it just
funny.
really makes me laugh. And I like when they're like, they're watching Pretty Woman, and they go, oh my god, she's so gorgeous. I don't know why they turned her down. And then they're like, then they're discussing, what's she wearing anyway, like that. It's just like, it just the whole thing just like cracks me up. But man, that movie is so funny.
Yeah, they bounce off each other so well, don't they? The two characters.
I wish they would have made a new a sequel. But then again, the first one is so beautiful. I don't want it to that
they have.
Ruin it.
I think it wasn't the same characters, or it wasn't the same actors, though, was it?
No. They're currently filming it now.
What?
Shut your face.
With the entire original cast returning, yeah.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you piqued my interest. That should be. Wow. It has to be with their kids then, right?
I don't know. It's coming out next year, though. I know that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Because the dance, it just breaks your heart, like when they're dancing together, the time after time.
Time after time. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a great film. Another touchstone movie right there, Carlos.
That is on Blu-ray, though, I think.
Touchstone, we're pumping out the comedy movies. They really do. Some of the best ones.
I'll give you a Disney-owned film next. Kenny will like this one.
Okay.
Kenny will really like this one. It is in the underrated section, though. The Heat.
Oh, yes.
I love The Heat. It's just so, again, lots of slapstick. Melissa McCarthy, and Sandra, they just bounce off of each other so well. There's the scene where they're interrogating that guy, and she just walks into the room and literally throws the phone book at him. It's just so funny. And it's got who plays the captain? Is it what you call it? What's his name? From Back to the Future.
Oh, Biff.
Biff, yeah.
Biff Tannen, yeah.
Yeah, plays the captain off. And her whole family.
It's
like
nuts.
You got Gene Smart.
Yeah, and Dan Hyeda and Bill Burr's brother. They're all from Boston.
Oh, it's such a funny film because it's just so stupid. Like the bit where they're getting absolutely pissed in the bar, and she decides to smash the glass, and she smashes, and it breaks, and she's just bleeding everywhere, and she's just like, "Oh my god!"
I like where she takes Sandra in the bathroom.
Oh, with the song. Yeah, it's got kind Oh yeah, it's such a fun. Again, I do really think it's underrated because you do not hear anyone talk about it. But I think it's better than Bridesmaids. 'Cause obviously, it came out a couple of years after, same director,
Yeah,
Melissa McCarthy again. I think it's better than Bridesmaids.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
What? Either
What the
one?
Oh, I've seen Bridesmaids. I just haven't seen.
Watch
the
the
Heat.
Heat.
Oh,
It's
get
so
it, Jodie.
Okay.
You need to get, I think, the Blu-ray as well because the Blu-ray is the uncut version.
Okay.
But it's cheap because it's old now. But it's a very funny film. Very very.
I wish they would do a sequel to that one because they had such great chemistry together.
It's where she's hanging him off of the thing, and then she just drops him onto the car. Oh yeah, they should have done a sequel. I think the only reason they didn't is because obviously at the time Sandra didn't want to do any sequels after
Yeah.
Speed 2 and Miss Congeniality 2.
Don't blame her there.
So she didn't want to do any sequels, so I think that's the only reason they didn't do a second one. But who knows? Now Practical Magic 2 is coming. If that does well, you never know. They may revisit it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, only a couple of weeks, Kenny. Yeah, nice. I think we'll do this one and then we'll do another one and then we'll end it there.
Okay.
Jodie, what do you want to go for next?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a foreign film now. So I'll go for I can't remember what year this film is. I think it could be like early 2000s, and it's called Goodbye Lenin. If anyone has heard of or seen it.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. It is. Oh, it's such a fantastic movie, and like it's probably a very famous movie, but like probably in Germany, and like, but not maybe as kind of well known over here. Yeah, it's so funny. So it's set during the fall of the Berlin Wall, and it basically focuses on this young man played by Daniel Bruhl, and his mother is basically like a staunch, she's very loyal to the Soviet Union and to basically the Communist Party, and she's always been like that. That's how she grew up, and she's very much in that headspace of being very loyal. And basically she in the movie she ends up going into a coma, and then the Berlin Wall comes down, and so when she wakes up, basically the doctors are basically saying, like, if she has a heart attack or if she gets like a fright or any stress, she could basically go back into a coma. So the Daniel Brühl character basically has to kind of try to convince her that she's still living in communist Germany, and that everything is still the same and nothing is different. And while like it's kind of like a family comedy, but it's set obviously in a very like very kind of tumultuous like political kind of backdrop. So it combines like that kind of family comedy, and it's like really it's really sweet, but it has that kind of political element to it as well, which I really like. So it's just really sweet. He has to basically try to basically try to make it appear as if everything is still the same. It's still East Germany, and she has to try and kind of make it that like anything she watches on TV, all of the news broadcasts and everything that she watches are still the same, and all of the food, because like a lot of the basically Soviet products are kind of phased out. So he basically has to go to like crazy lengths to kind of try to find all these products that she used to like, and basically kind of make it that she still kind of thinks it's the very same, or else she's going to have an episode and go back into a coma. So it's a really really funny movie, and like I said, it's like really sweet, really heartwarming, like the lengths that he'll go to kind of to kind of please his mother. And then, like I said, it has like that kind of that political kind of backdrop to it, and we're getting like an insight into what it was like in Germany when the wall came down. So yeah, I would highly recommend it if anyone comes across it on DVD. I don't know if it has a Blu-ray release. I presume it does, but it's definitely worth checking out. Goodbye, Lenin.
Definitely check that one out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice choice.
Hmm.
Carlos, what have you got next?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Well, I mean, most people would know these two guys. Sod Jim for saying Abbott and Costello are the greatest two comedic duo. I got to mention these guys because for me they're the greatest. Laurel and Hardy. I feel sorry for any generation who hasn't seen the Laurel and Hardy movies, because whether it's a short 20-minute short or they're kind of 1 hour movies that they did, the movies, even still to this day, I mean, some of these movies are near 100 years old. Their best work were from the 1930s to the early 40s when they were doing movies for Universal. They normally had two acts where Stan and Ollie would either be two sort of struggling idiots trying to find work, or the other act that they were both married and they had wives. This one, I mean, while Way Out West is always my favourite one, which is a comedy western, I'm going to go for Sons of the Desert, because this one, Stan and Ollie, they go to a kind of like this convention where it's just basically a lads' weekend, and while they get ready to go out on this weekend, their wives, they go away for the weekend, and somehow when they get back, that they actually find out that they haven't been to where they were going to go. I think they said they were going to go away for a kind of caravan weekend, and so basically they found out that Stan and Ollie went to this kind of lads convention. They actually hide in the loft of their house, and somehow what they do, they kind of sneakily get down the side of the house and they try to walk through the front of the house, and basically, obviously, the wives know that they haven't been to where they said they were going to go. So basically, they try to go in, making out that they've been here, there, where the wives knew, and basically they start to question them. And as always, the wives always get the better of the husbands. For me, Sons of the Desert, I know it's one of their highly regarded ones, but I just think that their movies kind of get overlooked these days, because people will just look at these comedy movies and say, oh, well, they're just black and white movies. But for me, nobody done it better. I mean, you could talk about Abbott Costello, Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor. For me, they're the greatest. Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice.
Way Out West or Sons of the Desert, they're two of their best ones from the 30s for me.
Nice.
I'm
Kenny?
saying that because I know Ollie's not a fan of Laurel and Hardy. I don't think you've seen a
No.
Laurel and Hardy movie, have you, Ollie?
I don't think you could convince me to watch one either. But
shame on you.
I love the biopic about them, but from watching that, I can say I just wouldn't be interested in watching one of their films.
Have you seen one?
Huh?
Have you seen one? Their
I
movies?
can't hear you.
Have you seen one of their movies?
No, I
Yeah.
to be honest, I had one, and I just thought I'm never going to watch this, so I got rid of it.
Wow.
You should watch it.
I just know what I like, and I know there's too many other films that I know I guaranteed I would like to.
Well, I'm going to suggest one thing, because the 20-minute shorts are available on YouTube. I got Scott watching the 20-minute shorts, and I know he went through the whole set with his dad, and he absolutely. I'm not saying it's going to work on you, but they're just easily watched movies. So I'm not going to try and force you to watch the movie.
I mean, this movie's only an hour long.
Yeah.
Hour and 8 minutes tops. So I mean, those movies were not long at all.
Yeah.
I go through a
Ken?
pattern where every Christmas I have to watch Laura and Hardy movies because they just. I'm not a person that gets easily stressed or gets pissed off with normal working life, but if I've had a bad day, I'll just put a Laura and Hardy movie and everything just seems that much funnier in the world. I grew up watching these movies when they used to show them on UK TV, mainly in the wintertime on BBC TV for free.
Nice. Kenny, what have you got next?
All right, my next one is a 1980 movie. It's very overlooked and very underrated in my opinion, and it's called "Seems Like Old Times" with Goldie Hawn and
Oh,
Chevy
great
Chase.
film.
Great
That
film.
scene at the end as well, where he's the wait pretending to be the waiter.
Oh yeah, when he and Nora's chicken pepperoni, and I have the recipe for Aurora's chicken pepperoni, and I have made it, and it's delicious. So it's a great film. It's such fun.
Neil Simon again. I'm going to watch
yep.
a Neil Simon film tonight. Yep. Murder by Death.
And Chevy Chase and especially Goldie Hawn, they had that connection.
Yeah.
And they were really good. And plus, you get a Barry Manilow song.
Oh, that's foul play.
No, there's Ready to Take a Chance Again.
Yeah, that's foul play.
Well, there's a Barry Manilow song in this one too, when she's riding up the coast.
Yeah, that's in foul play at the start.
They'll have to double check.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm checking now. I thought that was
that's the start of foul play. After she's been to the wedding or the party, and it's the opening credits, and it's that song.
Let me check, because I know there's a Barry Manilow song in this one.
Check Google.
I am.
Google it.
Google.
Googling it.
Come on, Ollie. You gotta get it on some.
Yeah, go to your one.
I've spoken about this before. I don't even know if this was supposed to be a comedy, but it turned out that way. It's one of the most unusual and funny films I've ever seen. Tiptoes.
Oh,
which
yeah.
you've not seen. Is
who's in that?
Oh my God, Carlos. You're in for a treat. You got Matthew McConaughey, Kate Beckinsale, Peter Dinklage, Patricia Arquette, and in the role of a lifetime, Gary Oldman. That's what they say in the trailer. It's basically this is the hook. This is what get you. Matthew McConaughey's in a relationship with Kate Beckinsale's character, and she gets pregnant. And he's worried because he comes from a family of small people. He's the only one in his family that's not a small person. Okay, have I still got you? So he's worried that his child's going to be a small person. So it's very serious at points. His brother is played by Gary Oldman, who's basically walking on his knees the entire film. I'm not kidding you. There's a scene where he's trying to get with this hooker, and this normal-sized, as he would say, person comes in, and he just jumps on his back and attacks him. And it's just so stupid. You got Peter Dinklage, who's just crazy in this film. And Patricia Arquette, who they just pick up along the way. She's like a hitchhiker. It's just such a weird film. I just had to get it. Apparently, the director had a director's cut that he wanted to show at a festival that was much better than the film that the studio ended up releasing. But I read in an interview recently that Gary Oldman only did this film because at the time there was no work, because there was a strike going on in Hollywood. So they offered him this role, and he needed to take the role because he needed the money for his kids. And he's like, it's one of the worst films he's ever been a part of, but it's one of those films that it's a really bad film, but it's really entertaining because it's just so stupid. And I've told a few people, I've recommended it to a few people, because just curiosity just does get the better of you. And it's just like, it ended this guy's career. This film literally ended. He didn't direct another film after it because he just got like pushed out of Hollywood. But he also did Freeway. I don't know if you know that one from the 90s.
Reese Witherspoon? No.
I think it might be that one, yeah. But
I'll tell you what, Ollie. I'll tell you what. This
it's a
is the
weird thing.
deal. This is the deal. This is the deal. You haven't really sold me on that.
No,
We'll do.
it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell. Let's be honest.
You know what's coming. You know what's coming. You know.
The answer's no.
You're going to send me the DVD of that, and I'm going to send you the DVD of Sons of the Desert. We'll do a watch along, and I bet you'll get more laughs out of this than I'll get laughs out of the other movie.
No
Come
chance.
on, we got to do it. We got to do it.
No chance. No chance.
Jim, I mean, not Jim. I mean, Kenny knows the answer.
It's only an hour, Ollie.
This is only an hour and a half.
Okay.
87 minutes.
But I'm just saying the Laurel and Hardy movie is only an hour, so it's not like it's a quick watch.
But that's an hour I could be spent watching something like
Caddyshack. This is the trouble. What I get. I'm not saying that those guys are fine actors, Matthew McConaughey and Gary Oldman. They're fine actors, but, and I'll say but, it's been obviously well written by guys who are probably comedians. They're not real comedians. These guys are. So, where a movie like
it's
this,
not a comedy though.
This was meant to be underrated comedies.
Yeah, because it is funny.
Okay.
That's the point. It was made to be a serious film because this is what and it ended up becoming like a dark comedy because because it's so stupid. Like I think the actors were so committed to but it's just seeing Gary Oldman play that kind of character and just the whole story. Yeah. The fact that they take the story so seriously when it's actually so ludicrous, that's what makes it funny.
Well, we'll give it a go.
Jodie, what have you got for your last choice?
Okay, my last one. I just actually found the DVD here. This one's from 2001. And I don't hear anyone talk about this one now. And it's Josie and the Pussycats. Has anyone seen it?
No, I've not seen that one.
Really? No one's seen this.
Never heard of it.
Josie and the Pussycats. And
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's based on an Archie comic, and basically it is about this this girl band. Rachel Lee Cook, Tara Reid, Rosario Dawson. So they're this girl band, and they're kind of trying to make it big, and basically they get picked up for this record deal, and what they don't realize is that basically it's a very like over the top. It is kind of like in a very kind of comic-y style, and it's very over the top. Like the villains are very, very over the top, but it's absolutely hilarious, and just everything works so well in this. So basically, they get picked up by this record label, and the record label is basically this like evil corporation, and that basically get them to record music, and they put like subliminal messaging in the music, and basically to get like kids to buy more crap, basically to buy this, buy that. So like they're basically kind of brainwashing kids. So you kind of have this element of like all these girls and their friendship, and then kind of what happens when they get really big, and kind of everything to do with their friendship. But then you also have this like evil kind of corporation that are trying to make money off all basically the kids that are buying music. And it's genuinely so much fun. Like I said, it's in a very kind of comic-y, over the top style, but it works so well, and it is absolutely hilarious. And I'm trying to think who is like I think it's what's the name of that Scottish guy?
Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming, yes, he
That's
is.
who
like,
I was thinking of as well on the TV. Just that
Yeah.
Scottish guy just went. I immediately thought she was talking about Romy and Michelle, and I just immediately went to him.
Yeah, he's fantastic in it, and like just so again like so over the top evil, but it's absolutely hilarious, and it's like the fact that like no one has seen it means it's so underseen,
Mm.
and the music and everything in it is fantastic, and it's just a great visual movie to watch, but it's also really has really charming characters, really funny dialogue, and like I said, like over the top kind of funny characters. So yeah, definitely would recommend that one to anyone that hasn't seen it, because it's really fun.
Nice, very nice.
Okay, never heard of that one.
Carlos?
I'm going to go with another Touchstone films from the 90s. I think probably Jodie might have heard of this comedian.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure Jim, excuse me, Kenny. See, the
Bite
shadow
your
of
tongue.
Jim hangs over this live stream. We're going to go for this Christmas comedy. I think in the States it's known as The Ref, but over in Europe, I think we call it as Hostile Hostages, and it
No, it's
stars
still
the.
the rap. I've got the
Oh,
DVD.
okay,
Yeah,
so basically, have you seen it, Ollie?
I've had it for about a year, but I never got around to watching it last Christmas. But I've heard it's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of an underrated Christmas comedy. It's on Christmas Eve. Dennis Leary, who's an Irish American comedian, he was quite popular. He was doing skits on MTV, and he's a stand-up comedian in the States. I think he was in Judgment Day with Ice Cube. I'm pretty sure he was in that movie, but he mainly done comedy roles. And basically, Dennis Leary, he plays this cat burglar, and it also stars Judy Davis and Kevin Spacey. And basically, while he's trying to burgle in this house, he takes this couple, kind of an argumentative, dysfunctional couple and family, as hostages. And it's kind of got a kind of Home Alone sort of vibe to it, because basically, he's taken them as hostages. But in time, it becomes the roles go kind of reversed.
Mm-hmm.
He now becomes hostage in the house of Judy Davis and Kevin Spacey. It's very underrated, and I just kind of wanted to mention this one because the DVD is quite pricey. There's never been a Blu-ray release of it the last time I looked. So yeah, The Ref, or AKA Hostile Hostages from 1994, underrated comedy for me. Have you seen
Never
it?
heard of that one.
You seen
Yeah,
it, Kenny?
I love it. Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah.
Nice. Kenny, what do you want to go for your last pick?
All right, my last pick is I'm gonna go back in 1984, a little movie starring Tom Hanks, Bachelor Party.
Oh, great movie.
Great film. Jody, you ever see it?
No, never seen it.
Oh,
It's
I'll-
kind
I'll
of the
tell-
original. It's kind of the original of The Hangover. Would you say?
Okay.
yeah, but it's
Kenny?
like it's so funny. When I was in high school when this came out, and I'm not kidding you, I watched it every day for a solid month. Every day, I
Yeah.
know I can recite the every time it comes on. My brother would go, "Oh no, it would just like we would just start reciting it, and he started like really liking it too. But I love the movie. It's just like
That the movie was a real popular VHS title in the UK. Bachelor Party. I remember hiring that one out. I was kind of a little bit underaged, raunchy little cover, but Tom Hanks, he's great in it. I mean,
yeah.
I've always said this. I never would have thought if you would have said to me after watching Bachelor Party and some of those kind of more family orientated comedies in the 80s, if he would have developed into this big name actor, I would have laughed in your face. But yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the earliest leading roles, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's basically that's I think his first
Yeah.
leading role in that movie.
Yeah.
and it's such a Jody. You gotta watch it. You got
Yeah.
Yeah.
you'll find it at a charity shop or something for really
Okay.
cheap because it's been
Yeah, it's
around
available
forever.
on Blu-ray in the UK. That one. I
Oh,
think
okay.
UK Blu-ray.
But it's so there's so many like funny parts in that movie, especially when his brother's a doctor, okay, and he's going to see him, and his sister-in-law is like a doctor's assistant in it, and he goes and he's getting the blood test, for the wedding and stuff when. And comes out and he goes, "So are you ready for the like that?" And he goes, "Hey, the wife is over here," and he never told her about So he goes and goes out of there and he's like, "Doc, I'll pay my bill. No, leave me alone."
I do say one thing, Jody. It might give you the sort of feel watching the movie or looking at the cover that it's kind of like a bit of a boys or a lads movie to watch.
Mhm.
But if you're a fan of Tom Hanks and to
Mhm.
see him, in an early kind of, I think it would have been about mid-20s.
Yeah, I'd say
It's
about
worth,
29. Yeah, this is like right before he did Money Pit, Jody.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
This was 84. So
I think
yeah.
you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to track that one down.
Nice.
Nice.
You seen it, Ollie?
No, not yet.
Oh, you gotta watch that, Ollie. Ollie and Jody, get that on up high.
Ollie
On
needs to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might give Ollie ideas.
your...
My last pick and the last pick of the night is a wonderful film, which I discovered last year or the year before. It's called Jack and Sarah,
Oh yeah.
with Richard D. Grant, Samantha Mathis, Judi Dench, Ian McKellen, Eileen Atkins. It's just a really lovely film. It's also very funny as well. Basically, we got this guy, Jack, who loses his wife during childbirth, I believe. So he's left to raise his daughter on his own, and he doesn't quite know what to do or how to do it. So his parents and his obviously wife's parents are trying to sort of his wife. I think it's just his wife's mum, played by Eileen Atkins, because she's widowed.
Mhm.
They're trying to sort of help as much as they can because they can see that he's struggling. And then he hires a nanny, played by Samantha Mathis. And obviously, as you can imagine, they start catching feelings for each other. You got Ian McKellen in a role unlike any Ian McKellen role you've seen before. He plays a homeless guy that lives in the skip outside. And he basically knocks on the door one day, interviewing to be the housekeeper. So he then becomes the housekeeper, but he's just so. Once he becomes the housekeeper, like you see him first, and he's like living in a bin, and he's just like, and he goes back to his bin at the end of the day, and it's just such a quirky role for him, and he's just really funny in it as well. It's just such a heartwarming, endearing, funny British comedy from the 90s. It's got a great soundtrack as well. You've got Simply Red, Lighthouse Family, I think Massive Attack as well. So
Sounds good,
it's
actually.
it's just a really delightful film. And if you're interested in watching it, it's on YouTube for free. So you can check it out on there. What was that? I missed that.
He rolled the Laurel and Hardy movie across while you
Yeah,
were
no. I prefer modern films.
I'm advertising Lauren Hardy now. We've had Tubi, we've had YouTube.
Yeah. Carlos sponsored by Laurel and Hardy, even though they're dead.
Universal Films.
But yeah, I just highly recommend this film if you want a nice, lovely, easy watch. Yeah, just a delightful sort of British comedy there.
Sounds
So
good.
yeah, that's Jack and Sarah, the last choice we have.
Nice.
And we got one more comment and we'll finish things there. From Alan. Alan says, great discussion, folks. very entertaining. Hopefully, comedy as a genre will find its way back into the mainstream. Hopefully, studios will become less fearful of offending a very small minority. Let's hope, Alan.
True.
It'd be nice to see the comedies
Good
come
point
out.
there. Good
Mhm.
point there. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
indeed.
They
But
don't
yeah,
sort of go. There's certain subjects that they don't sort of tackle in these comedy movies nowadays. It's like movie companies are too scared, or we can't say that, or we can't do this.
The
yeah,
best comedy comes from saying the thing that everyone's
Yeah,
thinking, but everyone's afraid to say, and that's where
yeah.
good comedy comes from
Mhm.
a lot of
yeah,
the time.
yeah. So we'll call it a day there for this stream. I want to thank everyone that sent in any comments and questions today. It's always much appreciated. Alan says, Carlos, another fine mess Ollie has got you into. I don't know what you
Oh,
mean,
do you
Alan.
know what? That's a killer line. That one from Alan.
Thanks for stopping by, Adam. Much
Thanks,
appreciated.
Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Cheers, Adam.
And I'd also like to thank my special guest, Jodie, for
Thank you,
stopping
Ollie.
by.
Thanks for having me.
Other guest, Carlos. I won't call you special guest because you don't like
I'm
being
gonna,
called special.
I'm gonna call myself Lauren Hardy for life fan now.
Yeah, change your channel. Just Lauren Hardy stuff. Thank you for joining, and thank you to my wonderful co-host Kenny for being here as always.
Oh, stop it!
Thanks,
Cut
Kenny.
it out.
Uncle Kenny. Kenny.
Uncle Ken.
We won't mention the other name, the Shadow.
Yeah, the
You know?
shadow. No.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, great to chat to you all. And yeah, we'll call it quits there. Thank you everyone for watching. I will just quickly note there will be no stream next Monday as I am traveling back next Monday. So the stream will be moved to Tuesday next week. Still be going ahead, but it'll be on Tuesday instead. Are you okay with that, Kenny?
Yep. Now that I know, yep, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone and goodbye.
Cheers, guys, for
Goodbye.
watching.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
Thanks
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.